Hello. Hi, everyone. Hold on. Y'all know how I just be popping. I just be popping up. Got a little time before I go get the turn. Y'all know me, I just be popping up. Okay, I just be popping. Please hit the like. Please hit the like. Please hit the like. Isn't that annoying, girl? That's so annoying. I know it is. I can feel it. I can feel it. Okay, I'm gonna pull up everything right now that we're gonna talk about. That we're gonna talk about. I don't have to do it later, right? So that I don't have to do it later. Hello, everyone. Good morning. Look at all y'all running in here. Baby Shay, Green Eyes, Taz, V. Lenore, hi, sweetie. Med School, Tip West. Hi, babes. I love you, Tip West. Mika, Amanda Curry, FOFOB. I hope I'm saying that right. Corey, Crystal, Tansy. Hi, Tansy, sweetie. Amanda Curry and Felicia and Just Anticipate and Renaissance Woman, Yvette, Samantha, Tracy, JC, Kay's Way, Detrice, oh, Adina, um, Harry, Aisha, or is it Aisha? It's the A silent. Lillian, Queens, Kendra. Hello, everyone. Good morning. Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. And so, of course, we came over to be messy, right? I have some stuff to handle this morning. I have to speak to some private investigators. Drinking my coffee, minding my business. You had to get a couple people in trouble. I had to get a couple people in trouble. Stormisha Alizé, if y'all watched the live yesterday, I told you guys that I had some phone calls and whatnot, some meetings that I had this morning. So I dropped my kiddos off at school. I definitely had those meetings. Correct. I definitely got lawyers information that they may need just in case, just a little piece. A little piece just in case you want to sue or take any, legal action against certain people. Here you go. A little piece. So shout out to that. That was amazing. Shout out to Tasha K, for just adopting me at the time where I really needed it. So yeah, Green Eye says you never spread false news unlike them others. You keep it real, Sean Hairflip. See, that's shout out to you, Green Eyes. That's my whole point. You ain't got a lot to kick it because homie is still alive. I don't believe in lying for views. I don't believe because I'm stagnant. I don't know how to get out of the stagnation. That I'm just lying on people, and getting other people to do the same thing. Just so look at me, look at me, look at me. Okay, well we gonna look at you, ho. We gonna look at you, right. We gonna have lawyers and private investigators and all of that. If you want the clout, it's not a problem. Like we can help you get to. Amor said she changed her story like 3 times. Correct. What you do when you're lying. The truth is easy to remember. It's easy because the truth never changes. Lies do. When you tell one, you got to tell another, you got to tell another and another and another. You just got to keep the lie lying, right? The truth is boring to most people because it doesn't change. A lie does. That's what makes the lie so intriguing. Is that what is the next part of the lie? What we're getting all of these chapter of lies, instead of the truth. Because again, if you're telling that you don't have anything to worry about, if in my eyes, if you telling the truth, you don't have anything to worry about. Please hit the like. We are at 116, like 120 now. We can get those likes to 500. That would be amazing. Absolutely. We have 560 people in the building. Let's get those likes up. So please hit the like. Please hit the like. Please hit the like. Please hit the like. Please double tap. Double tap. Please double tap. Please double tap. Please double tap. this screen. I would appreciate it. Thank you so much. So shout out to all of you in the chat. Welcome. Good morning again. If I didn't say hello to you, oh well. I am popular. So just kidding. I love you guys. Welcome. Welcome. It's just a lot of you here, okay? I have to try to say as many names as I can because I love y'all, okay? I love you guys. So let's get into Usher and Justin Bieber. Are in the title. Diddy pimped them out. The both of them. We're going to talk a little bit about that. We're going to talk about I'll Be Sure and this book. I'm going to say this. And I'm a girl. Ooh, not you look like you would like Diddy parties. Girl, please. Everything that they do behind closed doors. No. If I'm going to be a hoe, I'm not going to be quiet about it. I'm not an NDA type of hoe. No. Anybody I ask, I'm going to talk about it when I want to talk about it. Yeah, I don't do nothing in secret. That's weird. I'm not gay in secret. I'm gay out loud. Yeah. So yeah, I promise you, no, and nobody gained anything from it but a wet ass. I do that here. I could do that here. I mean, I could go to a party right now and just get a wet arse. I don't have to go to a Diddy party for that. I mean, Lil Kim went to him. To her. Meek Mill went to him. Look at him. Justin Bieber to him. He's been in therapy ever since. So, yeah, that's nothing I would do in private. Yeah, I would suck your dad's cock in the living room, like right in front of you. Correct. Wouldn't take him in no back room or nothing like that. No, I would swallow your siblings right in front of you. Absolutely. And you're upset. You're mad about that. But it's okay. It's going to be okay, you know. But yeah, there's nothing private about me, girl. Yeah, I'm not. Tell that hoe we go together. That's what Sean gives. Diddy parties give, NDAs. I'm talking about all of this. No, Diddy, I'm talking about all of this. I'm talking about how I long stroked you, how I long stroked Cassie, how I long. I'm telling it all. I'm telling it all. Yes, I was at Diddy party and I slept with the Yin Yang twins and Debana. Yes, I was at Diddy party and LeBron was in front and what? And the Kirby was in the back. What about it? Absolutely. That's just what that. Yes, I was at Diddy party. One hand DJ Khaled and the other hand Meek Mill. Yeah, yeah. Squirt it on me, boys. Yeah, yeah, pony. I'm a pony. I'm a pony. Yeah. I'm not that girl. So no, I couldn't go to a Diddy party because I'm not doing anything. But that Donald Duck at the bottom of that piece of paper. Oh, correct. Oh, correct. Yeah. I'm not Justin Bieber because I would have went in the studio after like, what do you mean? Yes, Diddy took my virginity. I did not consent. If I was Usher, I would have went this. Diddy likes it his way, his way, his way. Yes. What did he say? Go. Yeah, y'all tried it. No, no, I would have went right into the studio telling. Correct. Correct. So yeah, no, I wouldn't have been at a Diddy party. I wouldn't have been at a Diddy party. Ooh, not AIDS. If I would have got it, I would have told the world. I sure would have. I sure would have. I would want to like, yes, I'm positive thanks to Diddy. Diddy and I both have our Jonathan Oddie the situation. I went to a party, I slept with Cassie and Diddy, I slave and herpes. Boom. Yeah, I was Jonathan out of the situation. Yeah, y'all got y'all nerve. I'm not protecting nobody. I'm not protecting nobody. I'm telling everything. Yes, I was at the party. I don't remember much. It was blurry. I saw children, babies. I don't know. Maybe I slept with baby. But if I slept with the baby, I didn't have to do the. I did not willingly sleep with the baby. But it was the baby, and I woke up and there was no baby. I'm telling everything. I'm telling happy ting. I'm not leaving nothing out. It was an elementary school bus that pulled up before I passed out. It is what the fuck it were. Okay? I got y'all damn nerve. Yeah, no, I'm telling everything I write in the book. I'm writing the book. I'm telling everything. Correct. Correct. Yeah, I'm telling everything. How I slept with Bad Boy Records. Correct. Clive Davis was inside me twice. That's the title. Y'all got y'all nerve. I'm telling everything. Everything. Correct. I swallowed Nelly. How the first time I did reverse cowgirl was with Jay-Z at Diddy Party. Y'all got y'all damn nerve. Yeah, I'm telling everything. Ooh. Sean, do you really believe Usher was hacked? Yeah, just like I believe Kamala's black. Shout out to Queen. She said Snoop and Martha was in the bathroom with the straw. What? Shout out to you. Shout out to you, sweetheart. Thank you so much, Queen T. Y'all block that weirdo, Shauna. Block that hoe. Girl, bye. Girl, please. Girl, please. Imagine saying that somebody was right when they child was just on Unwind with Tasha K at Tasha K, .com, TashaKLive.com, and them girl. And he said that his own mother lied about him autism. But I'm supposed to believe anything that comes out of that psycho's mouth about death. All right. Okay. Bitches can't even tell the truth on their own children, but they telling the truth on celebrities. Own child is debunking you on camera. Can we get with that? Ain't none of Diddy children doing that. Is any of Diddy children exposing him? Weird. 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 What's in that cup? De Leon. Period. Aruthi. Period. Yes. De Leon. Ciroc. Is what's in there. And I'm a girl. Well, that's cute. Hey, gay dude, you should prepare to win the lottery. Or, don't hear me, I'm gay. You should probably go reach out to a straight for that. You fucking weirdo. Don't listen to us queers. Yeah, go ask a straight guy for you. Yeah. Go be like, hey, hetero guy, can you pray for me to win the lottery? That. You should probably just talk to somebody that's probably going to heaven. Hey, God that's going to hell, can you go up to the heavens real quick for me? Yeah. That was cute. Yeah, that was cute. Oh my God. Why delete that? The power of Christ compels you. The power of Christ compels you. It is. Yeah. You are not going to help. Maybe. You know? Maybe. I mean, you never know. You never. These shows are convinced. I love trolls. Trolls are awesome sauce. They're awesome sauce. Okay, we're almost to where we need to be. So when we get to 500 likes, we can move on with the commentary. It's almost it's now over not almost 1,000 people. Then can we get the likes to 500, please? So we can start the content. Until then, I'm just y'all in chat. Reverse cargo with Jay-Z. Correct. 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 Love you, Sean. Oh, I love you too. Look over the fence for a little bit. Correct. Just a little bit. Just. Please hit the like. Please hit the like. Please hit the like. Did he have GHB and the baby oil? I cannot. Y'all is not letting that baby oil go. He is not going to be ever able to live down Johnson and Johnson. Okay, y'all is not letting that baby oil go. Y'all is not. You make my mornings great again. Oh, shout out to you. I told you I've been trying to stay consistent with doing this. We do our stream, our lives, book club, all that good stuff. But I've definitely been trying to stay consistent. New subscribers, love your content personality. Oh, thank you, T-Cat. Thank you. Welcome, welcome, welcome. We're at 360 likes. As soon as we get to 500 likes, we will get into Diddy pimping. No, we're about to. We're about to. We're trying to get it to 500 likes. We're almost there. We're almost after likes. We're almost there. Totes. We're almost there, and as soon as we do, we will get into it. We will get into it. I got the tea. I got the tea. I'm about to come dots for y'all. We're gonna get into I'll Be Sure in this book. I'm gonna get into my opinion of the book. I did start reading the book, and I can tell you that I'll Be Sure, in my eyes, said everything that needs to be said about the book, him entry. Okay, who better to tell you if something's real or fake than the person being discussed? You know. As far as I know, I'll Be Sure pretty much always kept it real, as real as he could keep it with staying safe. I mean, you feel like someone placed you in a coma and whatnot. Yeah, I would understand you being hesitant, to come forward and say certain things when they are already doing things to you. So yeah, I absolutely believe him. We're over 400 likes. We're almost to 500 likes. Okay, we're almost there. Please double tap the screen or tap the like if you can, please. It is free. Okay, we're just trying to get the DeBuway through the algorithm. 1K likes, y'all. We're aiming for 1K, but we're gonna do 500 to get the commentary started on Diddy being a pimp and pimping out Justin Bieber and Usher. And we will get into, the tea. A lot of got into in the last StreamYard live that I did about Justin Bieber on the thumbnail. So a lot of the stuff I'm going to be talking about, if you haven't watched that video, I would encourage you to go watch it after we finish this live, or if you want to go peek at it during what book? The book by, what is his name? Chris Dodd. Well, we're going to get into that too. Kim book is juicy. Please hit the like. Please hit the like. We're almost at 500 likes, and we're gonna get into the tea. We're gonna get into the tea of it. I don't think Kim would have written it herself in a bad light. She wouldn't want her kids to possibly know all of the. Yeah. Shout out to you, Lee Jackson. Love you, sweetie. Who's the real author? See, that's what we're gonna talk about too. We're gonna talk about that too. Again, it's hard for me to believe a word that's in this book, diary, journal, whatever you call it. I believe we are almost there. We are almost at 500 likes. Please keep tapping the screen, liking, hitting that like button. We're almost there. Thank you all so much for the likes that we've gotten thus far. If you have not subscribed to the show, please make sure you subscribe. We go live pretty much every morning / afternoon is what we're trying to do. So the book is called Kim's Last Word, Journey from the Other Side, I believe is what it's called. And I would have to say I'm a firm believer in the book is fake. The book isn't real. Please hit the like, over 1,200 in the building. Please hit the like. Let's get up to 500 likes. We're almost there. The book to me is not real. It's not real. Again, we love salacious. We love scandal. We love all of those things. But this is not a nonfiction book. It is not. The book is not real, in my opinion. 10 likes away, 10 likes away, 10 likes away. You don't know. And you want to know the real reason why, but before we get into I'll Be Sure, the real reason why I think the book is not real, the real reason it's just a bunch of made up stuff. The reason I mods, just time the trolls out. Just time them out. Like if they saying crazy stuff, then yeah, but I mean, let's not block everybody that comes into the room. Some trolls you can turn into fans. I mean, you literally can. So if y'all want to just time them out, that's fine. But let's not like block everybody that comes in this room that says something weird, because again, this isn't, from my subscription pool. It's also being pulled from just random people on YouTube that are just hopping on, and it's showing them that I'm live. So yeah, just time them out. Just y'all can keep timing them out and timing them out and timing them out. But if they say something crazy, block them. Like, y'all go right ahead. Y'all know what y'all doing. But yeah, but just keep timing them out, because y'all trigger finger is crazy. So I mean, if they just want to keep coming in here tiring themselves out saying dumb stuff, and y'all taking pleasure in timing them out, you go right ahead. But if they say something crazy again, mods, do y'all thing. Do y'all thing. I'm not questioning nothing that y'all doing. Shout out to y'all, work very hard. When we do these type of lives, y'all work even harder. So shout out to all of you. I love you all. You're not doing anything wrong. And I'm just saying, like, because it doesn't bother me, and I don't want them to think that it does. Like, oh my God, you can't go in there and say anything. If you say it's gay or anything, like, they're gonna. I really do not care. But if y'all want to like super time them out and stuff like that, go right ahead. But if they say something crazy, do what y'all been doing. Get- If they disrespect any of the mods or any of our subscribers, get them. Get them. Okay. Other than that, let's just keep. I mean, they're bored. They're clearly bored. Let's have fun with them. Like, let's talk shit. Y'all know how we are. Y'all know how we are. Our mouths is way too smart not to be like frying them. Like, let's fry them. Then go ahead. If you just bored of them, you just like, you know what, Sean. So yeah. Ooh, now I'll get back to the point. I'm immature as the Lord is not done with me. He is not done with me. He has a lot of work to do. Okay? Say you're gay without saying you're gay. Diddy. Storm Monroe. The Wiley Show. I have other ways too. Saucy Santana. Now, since we are on our way to 600 likes, shout out to you guys. Shout out to y'all. You guys are lit. You guys are lit. The reason why I think Stormy gay, absolutely. I have a picture of his. Mhm. Straight men don't send men pictures of their bunghole. They don't do that. I literally have proof that he's super gay. And he admitted it. So I have that too. Like, I'm amazing. So the reason I don't believe the book is real is because it started off as a pseudonym, right? And the pseudonym name was Jamal T. Mill. Jamal T. Mill was the pseudonym name. And then after Diddy went to jail, he switched it from the pseudonym to his actual name, which is Chris, I believe. Is it like Millwood? Millwood, thank you. It's like Chris Todd is what the person's name is now. Like Chris Todd. Is that what his name is? Hi, Marcella. Speak with your girl, Marcella. Y'all get over there and subscribe to my girl. Speak with your girl, Marcella. This is my girl. Hey, Marcella, sweetie. Yeah, isn't that okay? Okay, so y'all saying it, so it's Chris. Okay, so he says that he feels, I guess, a little bit safer now that Diddy is in jail, that he decided to shout out to M. Corbin for the super sticker. Thank you so much, sweetheart. Thank you. I really appreciate it. Please hit the like. So He said that he felt safer that Diddy went to jail to switch it from the pseudonym, the name Jamal, to his actual name Chris, because producer based in California, right? And if you were scared of Diddy, and then Diddy goes to jail, so you feel like you can switch it to your real name because Diddy's in jail because you were afraid while he wasn't incarcerated to say that it was you. Why would you say it now? And why I say that is because whatever Diddy would do to you, he can still do it to you. Yes, Diddy is in jail. Big duh. Like that news would be everywhere if he was out. Big duh. He's not going anywhere. Um, so whatever Diddy was going to do, even while free, he was going to send somebody else to do it. It's not like Diddy was going to do something to this Chris person, like he wasn't going to send someone, right? To keep his hands clean. He could still do that. He could still do that. It gives you changed it to your name when Diddy went to jail because that was huge. So you wanted recognition for the book because you knew it would blow up. Like as of right now, I believe it's like on one of the bestseller lists. Right now, I believe the Amazon, I believe, bestseller. It gives you changed it so that the notoriety that's going to come from it because now anything Diddy is going to set on fire. Anything Diddy, everybody's going to be all over it, and whatnot. The media is not going to, right? So why would you not want that recognition for yourself? Because you're blowing up Jamal. You're blowing up the name Jamal, which is a pseudonym. Like that's not even a real person. You would rather that clout come to you because again, if you were afraid of Diddy hurting or harming you or sending someone after you, he could still very so much do. He could still do it. So you weren't afraid at all. I think that you didn't think the book was going to do, but with Diddy's incarceration, it helped the book sell. It definitely did. So, no, it's okay, sweet. I mean, you can ask, but I don't like. No, I mean, I'm just saying, like, no one said anything about him being free, so I don't know why that question came up. But, anyways, so I don't believe the book is real. I don't believe it's real. I believe that it's fake. I think that he said a lot of stuff that may have been whispered in the background. I do think that Kim kept certain information. Again, her house after passing away was burglarized. So I do think she had something and some things on Diddy and even wrote some things down that happened um, to explain what like hard drives or anything that she may have had or flash drive, disk drive, whatever, or computers with information in it or anything like that. But I don't believe that the book is real. I do not that. And let's get into why. So I'll be sure puts up, ooh, I didn't go and get them. Let me go and get them really quick. He puts up excerpts from this book. And he said it's not real. He said it's not real. If it's choppy as YouTube, I have full bars. Hold on, no, don't switch. Okay, bars. So YouTube, it corrects itself. So just give it a minute, and it should do what it's supposed to do. So I'm going to read some inserts of the book that I'll Be Sure put up. Now, in these inserts of the book, it's basically saying that I'll Be Sure and Diddy had a threesome with Kim Porter. Yeah. So that's what I'm about to read from this book, okay? In the book it says, that will from Kim's words. It says, this year passed and thankfully didn't have many bad arguments. Although Sean, Diddy, was strangely getting into voodoo. He would put curses on people and I wasn't sure how to respond to that craziness. My problem as a single mother was I wanted to be married. He always had excuses and delays when it comes to committing to marriage. His label was blowing up, Biggie dropped, and it was just about over. He also signed Mary J. Blige, and and of course, when I found out he slept with her, we fought. He claimed it was a mistake, and my stupid arse took him back again. She asked me for a threesome with her. At first, I was mad, but Mary was beautiful. It was our first threesome, and I loved it. What? What? Mary? What? Here's the issue. If this book was real, then it would be a bunch of random information. It would be a bunch of random information. How this is, it sounds like Kim was writing herself, expressing thoughts and feelings, and like how the book says, a year passed and thankfully we didn't have many bad arguments, although Sean went strangely into voodoo. How does it go from a flash drive of information that was to him to it turning into like a literal journal diary slash like a place of coming from feeling from a person's own experience, how they were feeling at the time, who was arguing how the argument, how the relationship was like. No, if it was information in the flash drive, then it would be more sort of like statements to how I feel. Like on this date, dot dot dot, this happened. On this day, dot dot dot, that happened. Not a diary. Like this is too personal for it to be Kim when it's not Kim. You know. Shout out to Asha. Thank you, sweetie, for subscribing. Thank you so much. Please hit the like. Over 1,500 people in the building. Please, let's get up to 1,000 likes. We're almost there. On our way to 700 likes as we speak. Thank you, thank you, thank you to everyone who has already hit the like. And if you have not, if you could please tap that screen for me, I would really, really appreciate it. Please, please, please. So, yeah, that's weird. I don't understand how it's coming from a place of this is what I was going through to this I don't get it. I don't. But anyways, let's keep going. This whole piece with Mary J. Blige. I do not believe that Mary J. Blige would have been the first menage a trois. If they had one of those, I don't believe it would have been Mary. So that's what's thrown me off about this as well. Like he also saw Mary in what's the first what? Mary? He didn't even have a threesome with her and Cassie. From what it's given, like that never happened. So if he wouldn't do it with Cassie, like why would he do it with Mary? Like that I don't. Whatever. I don't understand that. I don't get that. And I also don't get the voodoo. I don't get the voodoo as well. It gives that Diddy is more so into SCX magic and more so of like the pagan type of magic. Like if he was going to be into like anything, it would be like that. Voodoo is more of like a southern, like New Orleans Creole, type of, you know, situation. Diddy he don't give that. He more so got to like places like Florida and California and places like that to where voodoo's not like a common thing. And voodoo is not bad. People like turn into bad, like when Haitians and other, races and nationalities adopted voodoo, or I'm not even gonna say adopted voodoo, it wasn't a bad thing. Like it was a good magic. It wasn't, it was like light. Movies and other people turn voodoo into bad. It's not a bad thing. Like if you research like voodoo, and stuff like it never started off as a bad thing. Like a lot of it was for like, you know, healing regimens and rituals and stuff like that. Medicines and like it wasn't like literally like magic. Like how you see on TV and witchcraft and no. It was completely holistic. Yes, holistic. It was like that. It wasn't like, oh, they say a spell and then all of a sudden things appear. It ain't had nothing to do with that. It ain't had nothing to do with that. It wasn't, So other people made it into like a darkness, like American Horror Story and stuff like that. They make voodoo into like a bad thing, like voodoo dolls, and and harming people, and like no, that's not how voodoo was. It was basically like a religion when it first came. Out there were a lot of healers and stuff like that. Yeah. So that's another thing that is like kind of throwing me off because it's like you're saying getting into voodoo. Like voodoo is just like a bad thing and bad magic and and whatnot. Voodoo derives from a lot of things. A lot of people have adopted voodoo in certain places. That you don't know about something until you know about something, right? So just because it was first documented in a certain time does not mean that people weren't doing it way before that and way before that and way before that and way before that, right? So an origin of something is an origin and origins change. So voodoo is fucking voodoo, okay? I don't practice it. I don't need to research something I don't have any involvement with. Nothing. Now, I read on voodoo in passing, and that's enough for me. Not researching voodoo. For what? Believe you research things you believe in. I'm not about to sit around and research the Lutheran faith, my faith. Why am I researching it? And also, I'm not going to sit around and just talk about something that I have no education on. I'm not going to do it like that. That's weird. Again, voodoo and all that, it does derive from a lot of different things, and a lot of different people have adopted it, and not only adopted it, filled the gator of a lot of people. Like, y'all weird. No, I'm not gonna go and research voodoo. I'm not. I don't research like tarot cards. Something. I'm not into that. So why am I going to go research it? And I'm not about to sit here and act like I know about. I don't. I know things of witchcraft, but I'm not going to sit here and talk about witchcraft because I haven't like really like researched it. So but I have no interest. Just like voodoo, I have no interest. So now let me go take some time and go read about voodoo for 3 hours. Although I don't care about it. You do it. I'm not doing none of that. You look and sound weird. I'm a Baptist, and that's all I'm gonna be researching. I'm not gonna be researching nothing else. That's it. I'm not gonna go educate myself in stereotypes and the occult and all. I'll pass. You do it, but I'm good though, girl. I know the Lord. I don't need to know nobody else. Shout out to everybody's religions and all of that stuff. But over the years, we brought other women into our bedroom periodically, and we were happy. Kimport, keep going. That is until one day I came home to a situation that went from awkward to a nightmare. Quincy was with the baby, which was, Quincy Brown, her son. And Sean was sitting with Al B. Shore at the dinner table. I had a child with Al, and Sean was the father in Quincy's life. The awkwardness of all of us being together had dissolved a long time ago. But it was still weird that they were here, in my home, together, alone. Mm. I sat down and we had drinks. It was fun. The conversation was cool until it wasn't. Let me get to the next page. Al was a little loose after a couple drinks. I remember him saying, "It's still wing with my friend, but you're happy. So I'm happy for you guys." Sean responded, "Thanks, man. Me and you, we've shared so much." Al replied coolly, "Word." The conversation took an odd and awkward turn when Sean said, "We all been together sexually, but not together." I was shocked for a moment. As quietness lingered in the room, I asked, "What do you mean by all together?" Al shifted uncomfortably, but Sean didn't hesitate. "You know how we sometimes invite other people into our bed?" I couldn't believe it. "Oh, hell no, Sean. This is my son's father." "Al, say something." What Al said was mind-boggling. "I don't know. Hold on. I don't know. It would be kind of hot. I miss you in that way." Although I couldn't believe Sean would do this, the truth was I still cared about Al. This could be very hot. I just didn't want it messing up my relation, and if things became awkward, how would it affect Quincy? So I asked, Are you both sure? I imagined both of them inside me. I knew this awkward sexually, there would be some bumping of genitals. But what happened next, I couldn't have imagined it in my wildest dreams. Al blank, I didn't believe it. I stood there in shock. But when Sean blank, I ran out of the room. This was too much. I couldn't. Sean called out to me, "Oh, come on, Kimmy." They didn't chase after me. This is a lot. Over 700 likes. Please let's get up to 1,000 likes. If y'all could double tap that screen if you have not already. Thank you to all the people that have double tap that screen or hit the like button. I really appreciate it. And subscribe to the channel if you have not subscribed already. We are on a fast track to 189K. We're about like 100 and like around 200 subscribers away. So, okay. Let's break all of this down. So it says, over the years, we brought other women to our bedroom periodically and we were happy. That is until one day I came home to a situation that went from awkward to a nightmare. Quincy was with the sitter and Sean was sitting with Al at the dinner table. Okay, that doesn't sound plausible. But let's get into what really does sound plausible. Okay. When she says, Al was loose after a few drinks, I remember him saying, "It's still weird to see you with my friend, but you're happy, so I'm happy for you guys." I'll Be Sure has always hated Diddy. Diddy has always hated I'll Be Sure. Now, the beginning of the relationship was good. Diddy came in as a producer for I'll Be Sure to I'll Be Sure with his album. That is really kind of how Kim came into Diddy's orbit, but not just I'll Be Sure. Kim has always been close to Kimora Lee, who was with Russell Simmons and you know, um, Diddy. They've always been close. They've always been friends. Um, so there was multiple ways of Kim Porter being introduced into Diddy's life. But when Diddy came into Kim Porter's life, like talking to her, you know, trying to court her, she was in a relationship with Al Be Sure. They were happily in a relationship raising their son, Quincy Brown. They were happy together. They were. They were. Diddy came in and removed Kim Porter out of the relationship. Just like he did Cassie. Shout out to Zelda. She says, "Blessings, Sean. Keep doing what you do." Thank you so much, sweetheart, for the super sticker. Thank you so much, Zelda. Thank you. I really appreciate it. Please hit the like. We're over 800 likes. We're on the fast track to 1,000. Thank you so much who has hit the like. So he removed her out of the relationship. He befriended I'll Be Sure, although I feel like I'll Be Sure always had like this feeling towards Diddy to where he really never really trusted him because that he probably heard about him in the industry already. So I feel like he moved differently. He really, didn't have a true reason to dislike Diddy, but at the same time, wasn't really seeing him like that. And so once he started to vet the situation, he had to figure out how he gonna get Kim because that's what he wanted. He wanted Kim, and he also wanted Kim's son. He wanted Quincy and Kim Porter. He wanted the both of them. He didn't want just, because he could have easily got rid of Quincy once they started dating. Although Quincy spent a lot of time when he was younger with his grandmother, with Kim Porter's mom, he spent a lot of time with her while Kim was like traveling with Diddy and stuff like that. But overall, Kim Porter raised, her son. Like she was a good mom to Quincy. She always put him in the forefront. And I feel like Diddy wanted the both of them. He absolutely did. So he gets Kim out of the relationship, forces her out of the relationship with I'll Be Sure. She was very so much in love with, you know, I'll be sure. Like Cassie was in love with Ryan Leslie when Diddy first met her. Again, Ryan Leslie produced the song Me and You, the hit track that put Cassie on the map. That was not Diddy. Diddy came in, basically remixed the song, remixed the beat, sped up the vocals a little bit and whatnot. He made it more sort of like dance trackish to where it could be played in a club because it did have a completely different sound before Diddy got his hands on it. And so what he did was trick Cassie out of the relationship, even creating fake flyers for parties that didn't even exist just so that he could get her away from Ryan Leslie, having Ryan Leslie's laptop stolen with her nudes in it to coerce her into staying with him, making her sign a 10-album deal and her only coming out one album and whatnot. So he literally forced her out of the relationship. She didn't have a choice, you know. She just looked up and she was with him, you know. It's kind of just how it was. So I feel like she was kind of faking it until she made it, you know, since she was stuck in a really bad situation. It's like, what do you do? And she tried to leave probably times to count. So it was the same thing with Kim Porter. Kim Porter was the first Cassie. Again, Cassie was blessed to get out of the relationship and be able to tell her side of the story. Kim Porter did not make it. She did not make it. It's another reason why I'll Be Sure is still online encouraging the federal government to reopen Kim Porter passing because yeah, it wasn't because of natural causes. It was something else. And he definitely believes that because of what happened to him. Why wouldn't he? You know, he knows what happened to him wasn't something that happened naturally. While he was in a coma, how he almost didn't make it. You know, he was literally knocking on death's door and, you know, he made it. And yeah, he didn't think that he would, you know. And again, another way to prove Kim Porter allegedly in this book states that no, Kim Porter was not cremated. In the book, she states that her and Diddy had an open relationship. If they had an open relationship, then why have we never seen Kim Porter in a public relationship besides Diddy? Kim Porter clearly does not mind being in public relationships. She was in one with Diddy. So why why would she not have shown her love interest? She has never been photographed besides the beef she got with Diddy in a romantic relationship with anybody besides I'll Be Sure. That is it. Only because and their relationship was public. Kim Porter and I'll Be Sure were not privately dating. They were not dating behind the scenes. It was public. So clearly Kim Porter did not mind dating someone public. She did not mind that. But then you look at Diddy, the Jennifer Lopez's and Cassie's and Caricia's and so many other people. So many other people he's been in the forefront with in a public relationship with, but not Kim. Not one. You can go look at Kim Porter's Lady KP. It's her Instagram. You can scroll down her Instagram right now, and all you're gonna see is pictures of her with her friends, female friends, and her children and Diddy. You don't see nothing else. There is no love interest, you know, or anything. And her and Diddy broke up, technically, would have been around 2006, 2007 when he became public with Cassie, around 2007, 2008. So all the way from 2007, 2008, she had free reign to date publicly whoever she wanted. And as a woman as beautiful as Kim Porter, you think she would have had a problem getting a man or woman, whatever she was into? You think she would have had a problem? No. It would have been super easy, right? One of the men that Kim Porter was linked to was Shakur Stewart, someone who allegedly took his own life. He took his own life after there was arguments and whatnot that had happened between he and Diddy. You know, he and Diddy had a very tumultuous relationship because allegedly he was having, because he was like engaged, I believe, at the time. But he was cheating on the woman that he was with Kim Porter. And Diddy don't play that. Kim Porter was his property. When he owned you, he owned you. No questions asked. Own you. Besides Carisha Baby Daddy, who have y'all seen her with publicly when she started talking to Diddy? Who have y'all seen her with besides her kid's father's, Summer's dad? Who? Although she can do whatever she wants to do and all of that stuff, that's why people still believe that her and Diddy are together. Because it's like, okay, well, you miss money, this, my man, my man, my man, my man. Okay, well, where your man at? It's not the fact of her not having a man. It's that clearly, and you only see Carisha with certain people. Her female cousins. The only other male besides Diddy you saw her around was Saucy Big Backa, because he's super gay, flaming gay. So it's a very controlled, environment. So Kim Porter was the same way. She was controlled. She was not allowed, to do certain things. And I believe that her dating Shakur was something that kind of just happened. Because you're not allowed to have a career with Diddy. You are property. How do you fish campaign? I love you, friend. You are property. Think about Kim Porter. What is she actually doing? Kim was a model, actress, all type of stuff. When she got with and started having his children, what did Kim Porter do? When you would see her on red carpets, she's with Diddy. When you would see her on records without Diddy, she was with her kids. Usually at an event that's kid friendly, and things like that. She wasn't like a working model. He would not allow her to do any of those things, to be around other men and stuff like that. No, Kim wanted to continue modeling. She never wanted to stop. She loved it. She loved modeling. She loved it. She really wanted to get into acting. She loved all of those things. She had a whole career before him. And that's the thing. She was at the height of her career. Like, Kim's career was just taking off. Same thing with Cassie. Cassie's career was just taking off, when he took her. I mean, those things have a lot in common. So why would Kim not have been going through the same thing with Diddy? The reason why I believe, I'll be sure, hates Diddy is because he loved Kim and Kim loved him. They were in love. It wasn't like, and he knew that it wasn't Kim. He knew Kim was not leaving him. He knew that. He knew it. Over 900 likes, that we can get up to 1,000. That would be great. We are almost there. Over people in the building, please double tap that screen if you have not already. If you already have, thank you so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Shout out to Teresa Brown. She says, love you, Sean. Thank you for your continued support and being a member for over 13 months. I really appreciate you, sweetie. Thank you. So, yeah, so he knew that. So that's why he never put any blame on Kim. I'll be sure has never said a negative word about Kim Porter. Ever. Ever. He's never said a word. That's why he's still campaigning for her justice. He's still campaigning that her case be reopened. Because he knew what she went through. He knew that she didn't leave him because she wanted to. So imagine how much more painful, that would be for the woman that you're in love with. It's like a death. Like a death of somebody that you continuously see. That's what it is. When you have a love and they pass, then it's different. Like where your mind goes, where it's like, oh, the shoulda, coulda, was, and all of that. And then on top of that, he took his son away from him. Their relationship will be forever fractured because Quincy was too young when it happened. And when you have this monster like Diddy that is super consistent in Quincy's life, it's hard for Quincy not to love him or look at him in a father type of light when all of his siblings are dad, 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 when they see Diddy, and it's like his dad's not present. But you have somebody like Diddy that is coercing Quincy and making Quincy feel like his dad abandoned him when he did not. When he did not. Diddy would go to events and stuff and say to Quincy, certain things that Quincy still holds on to this day. He would say things to him like, oh, well, we invited your dad, but, he's not here, and stuff like that. Although I'll be sure had no idea what events were going on, where to be, when to be, completely shunned and pushed out of his son's life, and has no idea of these things. He would be at these events and stuff that's going on, these important things in Quincy's life. If he was invited to them, he don't even know about them. He don't even know about them. He's barely allowed to see the boy. Barely. Kim was basically sneaking and letting I'll Be Sure see his son. And she would get beaten for those things. Imagine being physically handled because you let your son see his father. I have to sneak and let this person that has rights to their, offspring, and I have to face crazy repercussions, crazy consequences, all because I'm doing what's natural. All because I'm doing what's natural. He would find reasons to put his hands on Kim. He will find reasons to put his hands on Cassie. That's what sick individuals do. That's what they do, right? So I can only imagine what I'll Be Sure went through. And that's why I feel badly for Quincy, because I don't think you hearing everybody's side but your own. I don't think that Quincy even knows how to feel. I think his mind is so warped, from the situation and the constant battling, back and forth between the fathers, not Kim, but between the fathers, that I don't think he know what to believe. I just think he's confused, and yeah, because he know what happened to his mom. When he would have black eyes, or she would have black eyes, or when her nose was broken, all that, something bad is happening. And I believe that it's happened in front of him. I do. I believe it's happened in front of him. And a lot of kids, block things out, of their mind. Or because you don't want to look at this person as a bad person, you will excuse certain things so that you can. It's hard to have those type of feelings towards somebody you love. The type of feeling that you would want to hurt them, like you love your dad, like he's good to you. He, is always there for you when you need him to be. And then this is the same person that is brutalizing, your mother, someone you also love and cherish and want to protect, and whatnot. It's like, how do you choose? And then this is happening from a young age. So a lot of these things Quincy's starting to become immune to, the other children as well. So when you are consistently seeing your mom with black eyes and abrasions to their face and lip and, busted noses, all of that, you kind of become used to it, so it's just like, oh, she must have been mad again. But it's not only that, it's the fear that is being instilled. Although most victims, or well, most people that are seeing someone being victimized wants to protect, sometimes you don't feel strong enough to protect. So a lot of the people, like the CEOs that have stepped down, they may not have been involved in anything like firsthand, but they may have allowed certain things to happen. They didn't step in because, although they may have wanted to, but they just didn't feel strong enough. I don't have the power to stop this. So since I don't have the power to stop it, I would rather, out of sight, out of mind it, try to forget it, or, turn head to it, because it's not anything that I approve of. But at the same time, this is my boss, or this is the person that I'm in this relationship deal with, that if this deal falls through, my family and I could lose everything. It's a lot that goes with it. This is a very complicated situation. Like, not it's easy as people are trying to make it out to be. Look at all of the CEOs that are dropping down, or the staff, like Diddy's publicist. We can get into that. Quit last week, or yeah, quit last week after she's worked for him for 20 years. It doesn't mean that they were involved in any of the parties or anything like that. It could be because of their involvement, what they may have assisted with, what they may not have assisted with, what they witnessed and didn't report. It could be all type of stuff. And the cancel culture is the culture that more so wants to remove a position or something that a person has that the cancel culture feels that they are undeserving of. So CEOs being involved in these alleged Diddy parties, or helping construct them and put them together, or aiding and abetting, whatever, they step down because it lessens the blow. If you are a CEO of a company, or a politician, whether a mayor or something, or a doctor, or something like that, and your name is brought up in this, it lessens the blow if you don't have the position anymore, because that's what the cancel culture is going to be seeking. It's what's going to be sought after, whatever position that you have, because that's really going to put you in the limelight to where your name is everywhere, because you have this position and people don't feel like you should have it, and da 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 da. So if I step down from the position, there's really nothing for cancel me from. I could kind of just try to walk away and keep, what I have sustained thus far, and don't have to worry about public ridicule, worrying about like kids seeing what I may have been involved in, or my family seeing, friends or associates that have no idea that I even knew Diddy, or let alone was on tape at these parties, and on and on and so forth. So I think it lessens the blow if they step down. In Atlanta Records laying off over 100 or something people. To me, this is a really good thing. Some people don't like it. I love it. And the reason why I love it, because a lot of predators and enablers to them are moving around. They're getting them out of there, right? And then it's also exciting for music, because if you think music, it's very repetitive, right? It's the same over and over and over and over, just a new face doing it, right? Very repetitive. Now that a lot of these people are leaving, the sound of music gets to change, because it's the industry is all about who you know. It's not about how talented you are. It's all about who you know. And then it switched from who you know to how many likes, how many followers, how many that you know. So now it's a different, it'll change the food chain. Now a lot of people that are extremely talented, but their talents are being overlooked because they're not rapping or being over sexualized, and stuff like that. Now they have a chance. Now these people will have a chance to make it in the industry, because there's going to be so many different energies, people that have been mistreated, the ones that were low on the toll and being treated badly by the higher ups, the same people that are walking off. Now they have the opportunity to lead how they want to lead, right? So this whole crab in a barrel mentality, it's the same thing in these industries. The industry may seem like a big place, but it is very small. Like everybody knows everybody, everybody's connect to everybody, and whatnot. So now we get to break that up, so now the underdogs get to be the leaders, and that's exciting, my eyes. Hopefully, the music changes, a whole lot of, singers and other people that haven't been getting their just due, because this female slut rap, has just been taken over. Now maybe we can see some real talent, things that actually, take work. Because I mean, again, to me, rapping to me is not necessarily a talent. If you're not a writer, it's not a talent. The talent in rapping is writing. If you are not you're not talented. That's just how I look at it. You're not talented. You're absolutely not. If you're not writing your own raps, because if anybody can recite. Anybody can recite. Anyone can do that. Not everybody can sing. That takes talent, literally. That's, you have to be talented in order to sing. You can't just put somebody in front of a microphone, them some words, and it just be like, oh my God, you're amazing. Yeah, no. Bring singing back. We miss it. We absolutely do. We really shouldn't have to go to the 90s, the early 2000s, the 80s, the 70s, the 60s for good music when there are extremely talented people that are here living and breathing that can provide all of that. Yeah, there are some extremely talented people out there, and it's a shame that if I want to hear some good music, I have to go from early 2000s back. I got like, why? You know, like all these people singing now. Like what? Like where all the singers at? You know, where's the R&B? Where's pop? Where's, blues? Where, like, wait, what? It's too many talented, too many human beings on this planet for R&B to be dead. Like that's crazy. It's too many people out here that are extremely talented, and they're not getting their just due because you have the credit in a barrel in these at these record labels and whatnot, and the payola and the radio that is all. Everybody know it. Everybody. So if you ain't working with these people, you ain't gonna be on the radio. If you ain't talking to these people, you ain't going to no road shows. If you ain't talking to these people, you ain't getting no movies. So So yeah, Diddy, I'll be sure have never been close. Never. I'll be sure also made this post with these inserts. That's why I read the two inserts that I read because he's basically calling cap. Like, yeah, none of this is true. Don't believe it. It's not. And I with him. He also put up a post. I just don't feel like Albert would ever have a threesome with. Imagine the woman you love, the man that basically is holding her hostage, and it was voluntary. I don't believe that I'll be sure would have voluntarily had a threesome with Kim Porter and Diddy. Shout out to the audience. We have over 1,000 likes. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. I really appreciate it. Over 1,400 people in the building, and we could keep tapping that screen. Thank you so much for 1,000 likes. I love you guys. You guys are so lit. This is why they mad. This is why they mad. Thank you. I really appreciate it. So, yeah, I just don't see that happening at all. And the Mary J. Blige piece. Diddy met Kim not too long after coming out of college. So again, if they were to have had a threesome, which I do believe, because there's a model right now that he's trying to get the lawsuit thrown out, who stated that she did have a threesome with Kim Porter and Diddy. Okay, so a white woman, she's a model. What is her name? Crystal, something like that. But Diddy's trying to get her lawsuit thrown out right now because the statue limitation, whatnot. Oh no, that's fine, sweetie. I don't care anybody that disagrees with me about a book because none of you have receipts. There's not a receipt backing anything in Kim Porter Lost Words book besides hearsay. There's not a receipt in it. There's nothing of this Chris person that has done anything to show that he has any information that could verify this book. Y'all have no proof on nothing. The book, there ain't no receipt inside. He came out with a pseudonym with the book author before he even came out and said that it was him. Come on. Again, the scandal is way more interesting to people than the truth will ever be. A lot of people would love to believe because it's scandalous. It's just like, oh my God, people been saying this years and da 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 da. It puts actuality behind conspiracies. A lie has always been more entertaining than the truth. So a person can't make me feel any way. My opinion about the book being fake will always hold more weight than yours feeling like the book is real. Because what do you have to say that it's real? What do you have? What proof out there shows that this Chris person knew Kim or would have gotten any information from Kim or being connected to any of Kim's friends? What? There is nothing. Nothing that makes this real. I'll be sure knows his life, right? He knows his life. People have said a lot of things about I'll be sure, but being a ladies' man has always been on the top, right? Diddy being gay or bisexual has always been the top of his. That wasn't I'll be sure story. You know, because his high voice, of course, people were going to, oh, he's gay. That everybody did. But there was never anything like backing it, you know, to where a person was like, oh, I saw, you know, I'll be sure with a man, or da, 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 da. He's been, they did had an apartment together, or da, 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 da. You know, so that's just what they were. That's just what they were. So yeah, I don't. There's nothing to prove it being real. So I will be the first to be all over this. Like over this, but I like to deal with actuality. I don't. That's why when Cassie came forward, Don came forward, and other people that are actually, I'm all over it because these are truth tellers. These are truth tellers. This is what they do. Why do you talk like that? Because it makes puts 1,500 people in the building and gets me 1,000 likes. Maybe you should try it. Switch it up. I tell you straight guys all the time, you alleged straight guys, be gay, because y'all have made being hetero boring as boring as so y'all want viewers, pretend like you gay. Pretend like you gay. Y'all keep fighting something that got y'all stagnant. Like, if Stormy should do a video right now talking about some why I'm choosing to let the world know I'm gay, lit. 200,000, 300,000 views, if not a million. It may go viral, you know. But him talking about some Cardi B this, Diddy that. To Monica, thank you so much for the super sticker, sweetheart. Yeah, so yeah, y'all have made being straight boring, very boring. So yeah, talking like this get 1,400 people in the building. Moving along. So yeah, I don't see anything proving that that would be real. I don't. So I'm not going to just go with something because it's fallacious. There are a lot of people that do that, and you don't get far in this commentary game doing that. You know, like Tisa tells. I think Tisa's sweet. I think, you know, some of her commentary, you know, is fun, but she don't have a credibility nowhere. Not even in her. There's nothing credible about her. Nothing, because she'll report anything and go along with anything, and I can't get down with that. I can get down with that. Like again, I don't have a problem with her, but when you just report anything, how do a person know what's real and what's fake at that point? So that's why, you know, I can't get down with that. But shout out to Tisa Tells. I don't have a problem with her. I really don't. Issue with her. There's no beef or anything like that. If I had a problem, y'all know I'd be like, you know, her. I absolutely would. Um, but yeah, I do a lot of research too. But notice how our reporting is different. Notice that. I believe in credibility. I believe in having that. People say a lot of things about Sean, but they don't call me no liar. They don't. So that's all I want in this game. That's all I want in this game. I want to be looked at as credible. I want to be looked at as somebody that's gonna keep it real because I just that. So yeah, that's all. That's it. I'm not just gonna report anything to be viewed just because somebody says make it true. And I think as content creators, we overlook the fact of how much influence that we do have. So we could bring up something that nobody's even paying attention to that has no truth to it, and then all of a sudden it's like everywhere. Then it goes viral, and you know, I just don't believe in that. So yeah, but I don't have who not leave Tisa out of this. Why? Like, I'm just listing her as an example. She's not the only one. There's plenty of other people that do it. I didn't say she's a liar. I feel like she reports anything. She'll report anything and she'll to anybody. Um, is my thing. Like I have Lil Rod's personal phone number, but I'm the type of person I don't believe in. If you have R-worded someone at all, we don't have anything to talk about. I don't care if you're a victim. I don't care. That doesn't outweigh you victimizing. It does not. So I've spoke to 3 of Lil Rod's accusers, and all 3 of them have reported it and are working with the police to get him apprehended on the things that he's done to them. We don't have nothing to talk about. I don't care how much clout Lil Rod has. I don't care. I could call him right now Hmm. Correct. For what? From what I gather, you're pissed. We don't have nothing to talk about. I don't care about no views. I don't care about none of that. I care about my credibility. I care about that, and I care in making sure that all victims know that I stand them. Victims are innocent, like they didn't do anything. So I will never make it, you know, that way. We don't have anything to talk about. So I could definitely bring, talk to him, call him, record him, out of for what? We we we. I've talked to his victims. I have 2 3 hour recordings interviewing victims, 3 of them. And I do have permission. I have full permission to record them. And after this Little Rock case is done, I have permission from 2 of them to drop the recordings, and I will as soon they want to feel safe and all of that. So that's just what they were. Ain't nobody complaining about Tisa, bitch. Please, cute. Nobody complaining about her. Complaining about what? I said she'll report anything she do. What about it? That's my opinion. Ain't nobody complaining about her. I'm not over here calling her a liar, saying, da 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 da. I'm just saying, no, when you report anything, you just lose credibility. You lose credibility. Meaning, like, certain people, if somebody tell me, like, oh, well, Neek at Night is over there dropping an exclusive, I'm going to go and listen because Neek don't just report anything. She don't do that. If Neek is reporting on something, she believes that there is a lot of truth behind it, or there's some type of receipts, and a lot of stuff, going on. What did she say? Not true. Did you not watch her with Shanquella? Since y'all want an example, no problem. Did you not watch her with Shanquella and everything that was going on with Shanquella? Reporting anything and everything, sat down with Guadalajara Lies, the man that said that he had the full police report and that there was a second video, all of that. Again, she'll talk to anybody. She'll report anything as long as it gets viewed. And that's fine. I mean, it just is what it is. That's, yeah, hey, that's it. That's all. But do you want more examples? Because, I mean, I can definitely give them to you, like 100%. But no one speaks of Guadalajara Lies, although Tisa, the lead attorney, and so many others brought him onto their platform, and he completely lied. His website he lied on, and he had all of these YouTubers and other people on TikTok or everywhere giving him credibility when he deserved none because he lied, saying that the people got arrested that did it to Shanquella, the Cabo Six, stating that Dejanay or whatever her name was, that the federal agents had picked her up, Interpol had picked her up, and that same person was over there on Tisa Tells saying all of those lies. No credibility behind that. And it was happening on her platform. So regardless of him lying, he was lying on her shit. So it gives her the responsibility, it moves it from him and places it on her. So I'm all about vetting and making sure the information that I'm coming out with is factual. That's all. That's it. There's a lot of content creators I don't feel that do that. And that's okay. Shout out to them. I don't have any shout out to Tisa Tells. I wish her the best. Great platform. Beautiful woman. She does her thing. There's no hatred. I just can't get down with it. That's all. Swerving back and talking to. So, yeah, I just think that it's no different than this Kim Porter book. This Chris person has no credibility, but everyone's going around reading it and oh yeah, that definitely happened because of this. It's like what? What? We haven't even proven that. Nothing's been proven that anything being said that Kim said it. Because how was it, if it was allegedly information that was on a flash drive? So her flash drive was her journal or diary or like what? The people that are being listed are saying that this is fiction. Like I mean, it's not. It's not real. So I'm supposed to believe because I'll be sure is that that's a lie, right? About the part about him. So I'm supposed to believe Jamal slash Chris over I'll be sure. Does that make any sense? believe someone that can verify this information? Because Kim Porter is deceased. So to me, it's disgusting that he even put this out in the first place. And now there's books that are mimicking it. There are people that are now that are putting out other books talking about from Kim Porter's story, from Kim's words, her last word, and then also in the book states that Kim Porter texted her friends before she passed away that Diddy got her. None of the friends thought to send that to the police. None of the friends decided to send that to the police though. Shout out to over the 1,100 views. Shout out to you guys. And so thank you so much. So yeah, no one thought to report that. It's the book is not real. The book is not. Y'all want it to be real? You go right ahead. You know, if you like, you know, living in like fantasy, salacious, la la scandal land, you go right ahead and believe. But there's no proof to make a word in there believable. But people want to run around and try to compare. Again, I'm good at this. I don't even have to say a word. I can just be putting this into taking other research that I've done and putting these into survivings and making a killing off of it. Making a killing off of it. I have integrity. So again, and then I don't like looking stupid. You go around and stuff, oh, the book is real and da 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 da, and he said this and da 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 da, and then you come find out that it's not real, and then you look stupid. I don't want to look like the lead attorney in Tease the Tales. Come to find the person you've been interviewing as a liar, and you look stupid. I mean, because before you bring people on and stuff like that, you're supposed to, you know, make sure what they're coming forward with is real. You know, anybody can make something. That's easy. Telling the truth isn't. So, yeah, I don't want to sit here with egg on my face, bringing liars and stuff on my platform. No. It's the same thing with the book. I'm not about to read this book as if it's real. Now, we're definitely going to read it in the club just for, you know, shits and giggles. We'll read it, but we're not reading it like as a truth because it's not. Kim Porter is deceased. The only person who could corroborate these stories besides the other people listed, like the Mary J. Bliges, the I'll Be Sure's, Diddy, you know, none of those people have stated that anything in that book is true. None of them. And another thing that's weird, why would Kim Porter list people like Mary, I'll Be Sure, all of that, but then in the book it says that she allegedly found a tape of an 18-year-old singer that later became a star? Why not say who's on the tape? I don't get that. Why so much detail about everything else, but then you allegedly have her perspective from finding a tape of an 18-year-old artist in Diddy, but the name is not said? Why not? If it was her diary, wouldn't she wrote it in there? Why tell who keeps secrets from these? That's the diaries are to get out what you feel like you can't, what you say and hear what you can't say out loud. Shout out to Rhiannon says, please do merch if y'all want to live in scandal slang. Absolutely, that's actually kind of cute. But yeah, so that's confusing to me. So thank you for the Super Six, sweetheart. So it's like, why? Did y'all notice that? Did y'all notice that? I'm like, well, that's confusing. Why is only certain people's identity, you know, being put out there? But if this was a diary, then all should be being listed, because that's what I'm annoyed with. Even with I'll Be Sure. Let's get into that real quick before we drift into Usher. Let's get into this. So I'll Be Sure puts up these posts and some other inserts from the book as well, calling it basically caps and like none of this stuff is true. I'll Be Sure says hashtag peep game. For over a decade and a half, I've been posting about and tagging random law enforcement agencies in hopes to protect loved ones, avoid things and tragedies that could have all been avoided. Despite this, I have been ignored, ridiculed, and medically silenced to cover up these crimes you're all now aware of by a very aggressive PR team and costly came to silence and physically harm me from exposing. It only aimed to prevent me from further sharing publicly the facts and insights at Lady KP shared with me during our frequent intimate conversations in her selfless attempts to save my life by sharing frequent plans to do harm and possibly by ending my life. So he's saying that basically Kim Porter was giving him the heads up on the things that Diddy was planning against him. You know, she saved his life. You know, the stuff he probably wouldn't even known about if not having, you know, private conversations with her. And she was also telling him certain things too. I'll be sure said that she was running. Shauna said that Tisa probably worked for TMZ. Probably. Shout out to Tisa. You know, like again, there is no beef and whatnot. Hey, no problem with that woman. I'm not over here disrespecting her. I don't have to like her, and it's not that I don't like her. I'm not subscribed. That's it. You know, that's it. That's all. Yeah. So, but yeah. But shout out to her. Shout out to her subscribers. Shout out to the people that do watch her. You know, and all of that stuff. Ain't no love lost over here. Ain't no hatred. None of that. I don't dislike that woman. She ain't did nothing to me, at all. I don't have a problem with her. Shout out to Tisa Tells. Boom, Tisa Tells, girl. Boom, girl. Do your thing, girl. It's just not my cup of tea. That's all. I'd rather have coffee. So, but anyways, so it says, yes. I am writing this post to formally request an investigation into the entire group of individuals who worked at or around the residence of Miss Kimberly Porter, including the publicist who assisted drafting this. It has come to my attention that these persons were also instructed to steal computer and mobile devices, which contained her original book notes. Original points are distinct from the fabricated, bullish, and offensive pages circulated via Amazon, which depict graphic sexual acts involving me that never took place and were edited and added after Mrs. Porter's tragic murder. That's all it took for me. Again, could he be more specific? He said, which contained her original book notes, meaning that Kim was writing something. It just wasn't that. Original notes are distinct from the fabricated, bullish, and offensive pages circulated via Amazon, which depict graphic sexual acts involving me that never took place and were edited and added after Miss Porter's tragic murder. That's all I need. That's all I need. He said none of that happened. And I believe him. He hate Diddy. So why would he want to go along with something like that? Like that. And honestly, I really don't feel like Kim would have wanted to do it either. I really don't feel like Kim would have wanted to do it either. I really don't feel that way. Who has the original book notes? I believe that the federal agent does. So I'm gonna say this about Kim. I do believe that Kim had information. I do. And I believe that if it does come to the forefront, it's going to be by a credible source. When Diddy's tape, and you got to think about this too, Diddy still had the tape of what happened to Cassie in 2016. So if he still had it and didn't get rid of it, it was more sort of like a trophy. After Kim Porter had passed away, the home, the Tulka, however you say it, lake home or whatever, that she lived in, it was burglarized. So there was clearly something someone was looking for, and it was specific because there was a lot of really expensive things in the home, and none of those things were stolen. Right? They were all in contact. They were all there. Right? The house wasn't like trash. It was just sort of like pushed around because they were looking for something. So the federal government, in my opinion, gave the hotel video to CNN because CNN is they have all the credibility in the world, you know. I mean, don't get me wrong, but they knew that they could get it out fast, and they knew that people would believe that like the footage wasn't like altered, you know, or anything like that coming from a place like CNN. So why would they give Kim Porter's book notes or anything to somebody like this Chris/Jamal person? No, they're going to give it to somebody more credible. Like they would give it to TMZ before they gave it to this Chris person. No, they're going to want the book or the documents or whatever was written by Kim to be out by a source that, because Diddy's not on trial for Kim or anything right now. And again, Kim passed away in California. So people are asking them to pull Kim's investigation. At one, the case would have to be opened. You know, Kim's passing is closed. You know, there's a death certificate, you know, and all of that. So again, you would have to go through the federal government in order to get to make it even a case at all. Again, because people keep saying reopen, reopen, reopen. There was never a criminal investigation going on anybody for the passing of Kim Porter. I'll Be Sure said that it was an murder when it happened. The police didn't say that. Now, the original autopsy on Kim Porter was being pushed as a homicide, is what was being stated because they couldn't figure out what happened to her. So, since they couldn't figure out, because nothing of natural causes took her from this world, then it would have had to have been like poison or something. Something that you can't see with the blind eye. Like you would have to go in for like testing, toxology, and things like that to actually see what happened to her. So they couldn't figure it out by, you know, kind of just like looking at her. They were just like, okay, yeah, this is probably going down the route of a homicide. And then there was a second autopsy done on Kim Porter, and it was inconclusive. And then the third autopsy came back lobar pneumonia. Okay, so there was multiple autopsies done on Kim Porter. And that's how you know it was definitely something wrong. You got to keep doing autopsies. This ain't right. If it was natural causes, one autopsy should have did it. It shouldn't take multiple, 3, damn near 4. That's crazy. And so, but I'll Be Sure always said it was Erder. He never said that she passed away. He always said that she was Erder. So, again, Diddy will be being brought out. His home in California, Homely Hills, was raided as well, and there was information confiscated from there too. So I'm sure he may be being brought up on charge. We don't know what the, you know, we don't know. It could definitely, you know, it could already be in the making, and we have no idea. So we'll see. We'll definitely see. So it says, he also says, I urge you to consider who authorized such a fictitious publication without categorizing it as calculated fiction. So it sounds like I'll Be Sure, and he probably won't be the only one. People want something done about this Chris person, this Jamal person, whoever he is today. And people something done about it because they're like, you know, this is crazy. This is definitely crazy. He's just going out here fabricating things, and this woman is deceased, so she's not here to speak for herself. How deplorable. This Chris person to me is disgusting. Like, you should have just stayed Jamal because of Chris's, what is it, Chris something, I forgot. That's your real name. People are going to be after you, for sure. I would be. Like, if I was related to Kim or like friends with her or anything like that. Todd, thank you, Lady Danielle. I would definitely be like after you. I would be on your road. I'm suing you, all type of stuff. 100%. To sit here and lie on a deceased woman. To lie on a deceased. Imagine if people really, like her friends and celebrity friends, really believe what's in that book and believe that she would have said something like that about them, although they are clearly lies. Like, I'll Be Sure. What if he believed that Kim wrote that? And then start speaking ill on her name, although she's deceased, and be like, you know, why would you write that? Why would you say that? Why would you Yeah, so I don't know. I just feel like that's crazy. That is like absolutely insane. Another thing, before we move on to Usher and Justin Bieber, I'm really getting annoyed with all of the beating around the bush. I'll Be Sure. I love you. I love you, brother. But open your mouth or shut the fuck up. I'm tired. I'm tired of hearing stuff like, oh, all of the people behind this and the people that were working, then the this and the that. Say these motherfuckers' name. We're over it. If y'all not gonna say who did this, if you're not gonna let us know, besides Diddy, who allegedly put you in that hospital in that coma, then Please be quiet. Please be quiet. We are over this because it gives like all of y'all are still trying to protect him. And then y'all, everyone wants to push it in. Oh, they're scared. They're scared. Scared of fucking what? This is the wrong time for anything to happen to any accuser because the finger is going to be pointed at. If anything happens to Al, be sure. Who do y'all think they're going to point at? So if you are the prime suspect, because the whole world is watching this, right? So you are the prime suspect, why would you move? You would be stupid to do anything. Anything. Because even if something happened to them, an accident that happens, they're still going to blame you. If somebody accidentally hit Cassie's car right now, God forbid, but the guy in the car accident, oh my God, Diddy's trying to take her out. Oh my God, somebody sent Diddy after her. Anybody have a health condition, rather a stroke, have a heart attack, or a seizure, or anything? Oh my God, Diddy's trying to get him. Oh my God. So right now, Diddy is all up for grabs at this point. This will be the best time to say any of this stuff because you have protection, because the world is watching. It's different than saying things when there's no protection. You know, when he's just sitting at home, you know, la, 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 la. You know, then it's, you know, it's a little different. It's a little different. I'm speaking on you, Diddy, because you didn't invite me to any of your parties, bitch. You didn't invite me to any of your parties, girl. Yeah, you should have invited me to your parties. I'm jealous. You should have invited me to your parties, girl. Oh, well, that's what I'm talking about, you hoe. That's what I'm talking about, you hoe. So, yeah, so I feel like this will be the best time for people to say something. If you're not ready to say these people's names, please shut the fuck up. Because we're beyond that. We get it. While he was free, cool. I ain't, hey, whatever. Whatever. But I'm going to need y'all to name names. We are over it. Over it. And if you're not coming forward and saying this person and this person name and this, and they were right there, they watched, and this person was trying to have me taken down, and we don't want to hear it because we're over it. At this point in time, we ready to cancel people. At this point in time, we ready to pounce. We ready to do all of that. So that's all I'm saying. It's time. It is time. Because I believe everything coming out of Albie Shur's mouth. I do not believe that he's lying. I believe he's telling the truth. Yeah, Albie Shur has never given me a reason to not believe him. Like, he's not a known liar. He don't just go out here lying on people. You know, he don't do that. He absolutely does not. So, yeah. I'm over it. That's all. Like, not to be harsh or anything like that. It's just too many people that could use y'all assistance, could use y'all voice. And if an army of people allowed Diddy to get away with this, what do you think it's going to take him down? It's going to take an army, a bigger one, Okay, we need as many people that have been affected by him as possible. Okay, takes a village. We need our troops, all that attention. Okay, you can come in your own time as long as you show up on time. You know, so that's all. If someone was that powerful and got away with that type of stuff for that long, it's gonna take a mighty army to take that person down. Like, it's not going to be a simple task. Now we're gonna jump into Usher and Justin Bieber. Now, a lot of the CEOs stepping down, like y'all seen. Usher deleted everything off of his Twitter, among other things, and then you have a bunch of people jumping ship, quitting jobs, stepping down, da da da. I don't think that they're just stepping down, because I really haven't heard anybody say this. Actually, I haven't heard anybody say this. I think the reason a lot of them are stepping down is because of Diddy. And not because of what Diddy's in jail for. Diddy snitching. I think Diddy is talking. I think he's behind bars, naming names, saying stuff, and I think that the federal government is using it to their advantage. But again, they're the elite, so they're also going to protect the people that they wanted protected. So I do think that Diddy is behind bars, saying names. I do. And a lot of these names are catching wind because federal agents and whatnot are reaching out to them, trying to subpoena them now, and whatnot. I believe that's another reason why a lot of them are sitting down. Rather, they're taking deals with the government, or they're popped and it's nothing that they can necessarily do. They know that they're going to be listed, or videos or proof or whatnot will be shown in court. Like, yeah, I also think it's the people that he's snitching on. I do not think that Diddy can be offered a deal at this point, because when you're offered a deal, it's usually because there's like a bigger fish that they want to catch. All of the bigger are being protected. They're being protected. So they're not going to allow him to, like a Clive Davis, or they're not letting that happen. Like, no, Clive is in their good graces. And as long as he stays in the elite's good graces, then he don't, worry about anything. So I believe it's the same thing. He's the fish that they want. End of story. He's the fish that they want. They want Diddy. So Diddy's the enemy of the elite. And he's been the enemy for quite some time. They just had to figure out a way, maneuver a way of taking him down fully. And with somebody that knows so much, you got to catch them at an unexpected time. So again, the raids weren't to get evidence on Diddy. The raids was to protect the people that need protection, that the elite are protecting. Get in there and raid the homes and turn in everything you find. So it's not like Homeland Security, when they were doing those raids, they were sitting there watching the videos and whatnot. They don't know what's on those tapes. They have no idea what's on what. They don't know. It's the federal government, the agencies that are getting those tapes and stuff. The ones that are going to sit there and cipher through all of the videos to put information, but they're going to, anyone on that list, any video they put in, and it's a Clive Davis popping up on the screen or somebody like that, that's scrapped. We gonna get rid of that. We'll hold that for later, just in case we need to get him, but send that to who it need to go to. That's not going to no trial. That's not happening. If Prince Harry is part of the elite, he tapes with younger people and stuff like that. That's not going into trial. Like, no, send that to who we need to go to. Send that to William. Send it to his brother. He may need that later. Like that's, they're not just going to turn on those people because at Diddy parties, they've known. They not just finding any of this stuff out. They been new. They just were protecting him. Now that's gone. Same thing with Harvey Weinstein, Jeffrey Epstein, Bill Cosby, Sally, Robert. We literally watched this trial. Like, it don't get more red-handed than the Robert Sylvester trial. OJ, we know he did it. We know we did. But he was being protected. At that point, car dealerships. I mean, he was one of the biggest names in America. OJ was everybody's hero. Even going into jail, all of the CEOs, and they gave him special treatment. They treated him like and whatnot. Robert Sylvester, too. When he went to jail his first trial, he was treated like a king because he barely spent a day in there. Barely. They treated him like a king. He was part of the elite. He was doing what he do. It's when you fuck up. It's when you are publicly recognized, because they control the media. So if they didn't want us to see this, we wouldn't see it. They want us to. They want us to. And then you have people, MJ never went right. Well, see, a person like Michael Jackson controlled his own will. That was the problem. That's why they had to get rid of him, because Michael had too much power over his own self. He wasn't partaking in the crazy stuff, that was going on. He didn't want no parts. Michael was an introvert. He didn't want no parts in a lot of that stuff. So they couldn't, if Michael was alive, Michael would be super vocal. I feel like it. He would be like, oh, yeah, well, this was going on first. He would be super vocal. I'm right. Prince as well. They own too much of themselves. They didn't have really nothing on them. They really didn't. They didn't have much on them. Yes, this is Eddie Murphy. Please, I love it. Oh my God, it makes me hot. That's, compare me to rich people. Oh God, I always look like somebody rich. Yes, I look like money. Absolutely. I take no offense. I take no offense. I love looking like rich people. This when you come when you say I look like somebody broke be the problem. Like you come in and say like, ooh, you look like Storm Monroe. Excuse me? Excuse me? Yeah, but I look like a rich person in it. Oh yeah, yes, Lord. I look like a rich person all day long. Shout out to I sure do. I wish my bank account looked like his too. I sure. Let's get into the Usher team. This video that I'm not going to play, but I may put it on Coffee. So if you haven't seen it, you can see it because it can't go on YouTube. It can't go on YouTube. There's a video of Justin Bieber, right? And he's in a party. He's partying with some athletes and some rap stars, singers, Trey Songz, people like that are out there. And there was somebody in the club that was recording Justin Bieber giving fellatio, basically, right? And Justin was very angry that he was being recorded while it was happening because it was like a no cell phone type of situation. So somebody having a phone was like crazy. You know, on my last live that we did StreamYard, Justin Bieber and Usher on the thumbnail, there's a video that I always play, which, hold on, I can play the audio so you can hear it. I can play the audio so you guys can hear it. So I can refresh your memory if you forgot. But let's get into this. Oh, no, not that. Justin Bieber, please. Okay, not that either. Sorry, okay. There's a video of Justin being basically bombarded by Diddy inside of the studio. I think this is it. Yes, right here.
You ain't been calling me and hanging out arenas and everything? Starting to act different, huh? You ain't been calling me and hanging out the way we used to hang out.
Well, I mean, you try to get in contact with me, through all my, partners and whatnot. Mm-hmm. But you never really got my number, so.
Right, okay.
My number?
Yeah. Everything's good? Selling out arenas and everything? Starting to act different, huh? You ain't been calling and hanging out the way we used to hang out.
Well, I mean, you try to get in contact with me, all my, partners and whatnot.
So, what this video gives is that, because the video, this one, the viral video of him when he was 15 hanging out with Diddy. This
So, it's a little dusty, but put the front shot in.
Man.
Woo.
Okay. All right, so I'm gonna be driving this next year.
Yeah, when you get 16, you come down and you gotta, wear your seat.
I mean, I'm 15. You can ride in the passenger seat. I got my permit. Not yet.
No,
creepy.
No, slow down.
Please hit the like.
Let's slow down.
One step at a time.
But yeah, the keys is yours. When you get 16, you're good to go.
I'm good to go.
Yeah.
All right.
Then when you get 18, you get the house, the mansion.
Okay.
Now you see at this point he's 15. He wasn't like rich yet. He was on the verge. He wasn't like rich yet or anything. He's promising them cars, Lamborghinis, promising them houses. This is all on camera. He's literally offering him these things. Oh yeah, you're gonna get the car. You're 18. You're gonna get this. You're gonna get that. What do you notice? How it doesn't say in the video how Justin's going to accomplish to get these things. Notice how he's not walking around this video, Diddy, walking around this video with a 15-year-old Justin Bieber saying that, you work hard and, you setting up records, you do this, you do that, you're going to get this, you're going to get that. Okay, so you're saying he's going to get this Lamborghini at 16. You're saying that you're going to give him one. And then you're saying at 18 he's going to get a house. Why is all of this stuff? Why, though? Because I don't hear him talking anything about a career. Anything about, you keep working hard and you keep pushing your music and you tour and you do what you need to do as an artist, by 16, you're going to have a Lamborghini. You keep working hard, by 18, you're going to have a house. All that. It sounds like these are promises that he's saying that he's going to do. Okay? And I have proof on that too. Because, hold on, let this finish playing.
So where are we off to now?
Where would you like to go?
I mean, wherever you want to go. Where are we going?
We just... So check this out, yo. Justin, you ever seen the movie 48 Hours? Right now, he's on 48 Hours with Diddy, him and his boy. They're having the times of their lives, like, where we hanging out and what we doing. We can't really disclose, but it's definitely a 15-year-old's dream. I have given custody of him. He signed to Usher. I had legal guardianship of Usher when he did his first album.
So he had legal Usher when Usher first did his album. Like he said, he got him for 48 hours. That he and whatnot. But notice that Justin didn't stutter in this video, or anything like that. But here's a little bit more tea on this video that I've said before, but it was a long time ago. Go to Daily Mail, July 10th. Okay, this was in 2010, I believe, something like that. Justin Bieber only passed his driver test 3 months ago, but the teen singing sensation has already got himself a car that most grown men only dream about driving, a Lamborghini. And just to add a very envy quote, it seems Bieber didn't even have to shell out a penny for the car, as it appears to be a gift from his close friend and rapper, Sean Diddy. Diddy had promised he would give Bieber his white Lamborghini offer very seriously. Back in March, Bieber told People magazine, Diddy said when I turn 16, he will give me his Lamborghini. But we all know Diddy's not going to give me his Lamborghini. He's all talk. Seems Bieber spoke too soon, as he was spotted driving around Los Angeles yesterday in a white Lamborghini. And these pictures show a Lamborghini. This is not a Ferrari. This is a Lamborghini. What he's in. And Sean Kingston is in the car with him. That's when they were friends back in the day. This is a white Lamborghini. It's not a Ferrari. They have different emblems on the. This is a Lamborghini emblem on the front of this vehicle. So it's not just like but let's keep going. It says Bieber took the car for a ride with another one of his musician friends, Sean Kingston, sitting off for some frozen yogurt along the way. It's certainly beneficial to the mega rich to have mega rich friends in high places. In addition to the Lamborghini, also Justin has a Range Rover. The baby hair mentor Usher gifted him a brand new Range Rover when he turned 16 on March 1st. So you got the same day, you got Usher giving him a brand new Range Rover on his birthday when he turned 16. And then you got Diddy giving him a Lamborghini, buying him a Lamborghini, because it's not Diddy's Lamborghini. Diddy still has his white Lamborghini. Now let's go back to this video so you can listen to it with different ears, okay? He promised Justin this car, and he was letting us know how, because Usher dropped Justin Bieber off to Diddy. Again, Diddy had no reason to have Justin Bieber for 48 hours. No reason. He wasn't signed to him or any of that stuff. None of that was going on. What is happening? Hold on 1 second. Yeah, okay. What's going on with the... Starting internet. Hold on 1 second. So it's not a coincidence that both of them are gifting him at the same time that he was just at Diddy's house without his mother's permission. He was only there because Usher dropped him off. And then all of a sudden, he's getting all of these lavish cars and all. What reason would Diddy have to buy Justin Bieber a Lamborghini? For what? For what? He ain't signed to you. You didn't even get a bad boy artist a Lamborghini. And you owed all of them Crazy.
You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna let you rock this. So, let me tell you,
okay.
it's a little dusty, but you know, complete front shot of this.
Man.
Hit it.
Woo. Okay.
Okay.
All right, so I'm gonna be driving this next year.
Yeah, when you get 16, you come down and you gotta, you know, wear your seat.
I mean, I'm 15. You can ride in your seat. I got my permit. Now that.
Shout out to Wishful State said, I fear JB's mental ability to survive testifying. Justin's not testifying. Y'all don't have to worry about that. Justin's not testifying. Police is like, thank you so much for the super sticker. He's not testifying. You don't. That's not happening.
No.
16.
No, 16. Slow down. Let's slow down, Justin. Okay. Let's slow down. Okay.
One step at a time.
But yeah, the keys is yours when you get 16. You go.
I'm good to go.
Yeah. All right. Then when you get 18, you get the house. You get the mansion.
I get the mansion.
Yeah.
So where are we off to now?
Where would you like to go?
I mean, wherever you want to go. Where are we going?
So check this out, yo. Justin, you ever seen the movie 48 Hours? Now he's having 48 hours with Diddy, him and his boy. They're having the times of their lives, like, you know, where we hanging out and what we doing.
And in this video, Justin's just smiling and happy. Justin was a happy young man. Happy. The 48 hours destroyed Justin. Destroyed him.
We can't really disclose, but
and that's another thing too. Diddy said that he could not disclose where they were going. Again, I've said this time after time. Why can't you disclose where you're going with a 15-year-old? Shout out to Queen T for the super sticker. She says that your host wants to advantage of him too. Thank you for the super sticker, sweetheart. Why can't we know? We know that you have him for 48 hours and he's not related to you or anything, but you got him. No different than Ava. No different than her. Like, why did you have her? Like, hello? Same thing with Justin. Why did you have him? Whatever undisclosed thing that he couldn't say about Justin is the yummy video. Justin's yummy video derives from this experience with Diddy for 2 days.
It's definitely a 15-year-old's dream. You know, I have been given custody of him. You know, he signed to Usher. I had legal guardianship of Usher when you know he did his first album. I did Usher's first album. I don't have legal guardianship of him, but for the next 48 hours, he's with me. So and we gonna go full crazy.
Going crazy.
Crazy.
I'm taking this out tonight.
What you want?
And Justin probably thought like going crazy was actually just kicking it, like a whole bunch of junk food and talking, maybe seeing some girls, you know, stuff like that. He had no idea.
Dude, what you want to do over the next 48 hours?
48 hours. Let's go. Let's just go get some girls. Let's go get some girls.
So that was their first interaction, right? So then they have 48 hours together. So their next interaction being Diddy forcing himself into Justin's studio session because Justin was running from Diddy. Listen.
Everything's good? Selling out arenas and everything? Starting to act different, huh? You ain't been calling me and hanging out the way we have.
Well, I mean, you try to get in contact with me, you know, through all my, partners and whatnot. Mm-hmm. But you never really got my number, so.
Right, okay.
My number?
Yeah. Everything's good? Selling out arenas and everything?
So stuttering, you never really got my number. Again, Justin said, you've been contacting all of my partners, my business partners and, you know, the people that work for me. Okay, so that means that Justin knew that Diddy was trying to get in contact with him. Justin was avoiding him. Why? Why? He was getting in contact with Justin because he wanted to do just like he was doing with Usher, pimp him out. When Diddy says in the video that he had, temporary custody of Usher when he was younger and whatnot, what do you think that he was doing with them? He was pimping him out. That's simple. Getting them, drugging them, and taking them to parties, and them not knowing that they were the main course. All of these sick individuals in this industry I feel like Justin was passed around. I feel like he was taken somewhere. If you pay attention to the Yummy video, he's signifying the food and drink. The food and drink is where the poisoning, what the drugging was coming from. And after that, if looking and comparing me video, everything's like wacky and this and that. Like you're falling in and out of consciousness is like the scenery of the video when they show it through the perspective of his eyes, and then it shows the children on the stage playing instruments and all of that stuff, and they look depressed, like extremely sad. And then cut to the end of the video, everyone's the children are gone, but all of their clothes are on the floor. Cut to a man in a suit, a black man in a suit, that's walking around cleaning up. That's Diddy. That's an inference for Diddy, and more so of the main individual that tried to convince him that something other than what really happened would be L.A. Reid. So I believe that person symbolizes both people. I believe that it symbolizes Diddy, and I believe that, and there's other people in the video. There's like this one person inside of the video that's kind of like the life of the party. It's this black dude, that's like the life of the party. I really feel like that's Jamie Foxx. I really feel like that's what he's trying to say, because that person wasn't necessarily, I would say, guilty too much like of anything, but like knows what's going on, but knows what's happening, type of situation. So I do feel like the Yummy video is more so centered towards Diddy. And with Justin, every time Justin was around him, he's always ugged up. You look at my last video again, even while he was a minor in a club with a water bottle, but it clearly had other substances and stuff inside of it. Even the people that took the picture were wondering, like, what is in his water bottle? Like, that's supposed to be water. Like, what is that? Because he's not old enough to drink. So it's like, why it never made any sense why he was hanging with Diddy. It didn't make any sense at all, because they were not like and then here's another thing. One of the reasons Justin wanted to work with Diddy was because of his producing skills. Justin had wrote a song, a few of them, and he sent them to Diddy, and Diddy turned all of them down. So he never really worked with Justin. He never really worked with him. Why is he here? Why is Justin at your house? Like, why? He's not your artist. He's Usher's artist. Usher is not signed to Bad Boy. Why, I repeat, is Justin here? He was there because Usher recruited him. They wanted him. And Diddy made sure that people that wanted him got him. 100%. It was L.A. Reid who said, I believe, wasn't that L.A. Reid who said that Justin was beautiful? Like, he was the most beautiful, boy that, he had seen. So you don't think he had his hand in anything that he absolutely did. So I believe Diddy was passing Justin around, and he kept Justin drugged up. And Justin, also on Justin's YouTube channel, here he did a whole documentary on his life, and it is a very sad story. And the story really gets, I mean, his upbringing was sad, his father really not being in his life and stuff like that. But it truly gets sad, introduced the whole drug situation. I feel like Diddy kept the poor guy so high that he didn't realize a lot of stuff that he was doing. Like, he didn't even know. And then when he did come to terms with it, he was probably so disgusted with himself by the stuff that he did and not being able to talk about it, And then you have someone as powerful as Diddy. You can clearly see that Justin had been avoiding Diddy. I feel like Diddy had having him do things and getting him drugged and drunk and, all of that stuff, and leaving him in rooms with certain people, and even Diddy having his way with him as well. And who do you tell? With someone as big as Diddy, who do you tell? And it's not that Justin probably didn't feel like it was a way out. See the other people that are involved and that are allowing all of this stuff on. That would be crazy. That would be crazy. To be like, oh, well, if this politician or this ex-president or this, da 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 da, this mayor, if this, that, if they're all here, what's the point? Ain't nobody gonna believe me if I go and tell them that I was at this place and this and this and this and this and this and this happened with this, congressman and this athlete and this doctor and this, this CEO and all that. They're not gonna believe me. They're not gonna believe a word that I said, even if though I am Justin Bieber. Like they're not going to believe me. So because Diddy believes in controlling people, so he was controlling Justin, and I think Justin escaped. I think Justin ran. I think he did everything in his power to stay away from him. That's why Justin was so shook when Diddy came into the studio because, again, he had been avoiding him. Diddy's first question, why don't we hang like we used to? You ain't been answering my calls. None of that. This is a pimp talking to one of his bitches. This how I'm taking it. This how I'm taking it. Popping up on one of your old bitches that used to be out slanging that thing to collect that money for you, but what Justin was collecting for Diddy was power. And it was the same thing with Usher. Diddy using Usher back when he was young and whatnot for power, not money. Not money. That ain't had nothing to do with that. It had everything to do with power. So, and it's not just men. Ellen DeGeneres. Ellen DeGeneres has always been so touchy-feely when it comes to Justin Bieber. Always. She has always made Justin uncomfortable. If y'all have any free time, just go watch compilations of Ellen DeGeneres and Justin Bieber from when he would come on her show. She made him uncomfortable. Extremely uncomfortable, right? So don't get it twisted just because she's a lesbian that she ain't down with the get down. Ain't Diddy supposed to be straight? So don't feel like it's a free for all. Orgy means everybody here is going down. Body on body, contact on contact. Don't get that twisted. Yeah, gay don't mean nothing with the other sex. There are plenty of gay men and gay women sleep with the opposite sex. Plenty. And they're not even viewed. They don't even view themselves as bisexual. Sex is sex. It is. If a gay man and a straight woman are drunk and they're laying real close to each other, body to body, contact to contact, it's enough to make things happen. It's enough. It absolutely is. There's plenty of lesbians out there that have children, and not in vitro, because one night they was hanging with a friend or something, and things happened, and looked up, night pregnant, type of thing. Yeah, it's the same thing with a lot of gay men too. Just hanging out with a female friend, intoxicated or inebriated, and then one thing leads to another, and you look up, So again, and the G's that they would have, it doesn't. Everybody being hopped up on stuff and all of that stuff. Your judgment is out of the window. Your morals, your values, all of that stuff is out of the window. It's out of the window. So if you're normally straight, probably not tonight. If you're normally gay, probably not tonight. Not tonight. Not under the influence that you're under. Anything goes. It just is what it is. Body to body, contact to contact. They're not in. This isn't a bunch of sober people getting together. No. Is everybody? It's like being in a bar and everybody on X. It's different. It's different. It's how it is. So in this video, that's why I say with Usher is not a victim to me. When he first came into the industry, yes, correct. He was a victim. But then once you start victimizing, you are no longer a victim. Now, in like retrospect, yes, you know, but once you start touching on her, why are we saying Crimmy? I don't understand that. Once we start, touching on people and doing the same thing that happened to you, and whatnot, block her. There's no reason. Yeah, I ain't never liked raccoons. They've always creeped me out. No, don't. Yeah, don't let her until the word blow. Yeah, and to that faint heart of hers, stop beating up now them 3 hearts that I hear raccoon have. We don't have anything ever to say to each other. Yeah, block that. Where's her son at? And he's supposed to be beating me up like it just be forever. You better ask the girls. I don't do the go along to get along. Bitch, I'm not a rotted root hoe. Like, it's up and stuck, hoe. You can never call CPS on me. And then, Sean, what you doing? Writing your tombstone? Why are you ready for it now? Girl, please. Don't ever come near me, hoe. Yeah, when you be for Sean, it's permanently. Mhm. It's forever. Don't ever feel like you can speak to me. Ever. Don't ever. Like, having common enemies and stuff like that. That's how you old bitches get down. Like, I don't get down like that. So, yeah. Up and stuck. Don't let your friends get confused because they don't have a backbone. Because they talk to you while you on the other line, CPS. Like, we don't do that. This forever. So, yeah, here, Flip. I don't care how much time passed. Bitch, I'm gonna hate you in 2026. And if I live to see 2031, 2054, you're gonna be hated that whole time. You can't speak to me that whole time. So, yeah, get rid of her. If you ever see any of them hoes, get rid of them. Like, immediately. Yeah, I don't. Girl, please. Yeah, so I view this video, which I'm gonna play one more time, as Diddy popping up on one of his bitches. That's how I feel.
Everything's good? Selling out arenas and everything? Starting to act different, huh? You ain't been calling me and hanging out the way we used to hang out.
Well, I mean, you try to get in contact with me, through all my, partners and
Said
whatnot.
you tried to.
But you never really got my number, so.
Right, okay.
Remember?
Yeah, everything's good?
So that's my thing. If he said that he was trying to get in contact with his business partners, how does he have your business partners but not yours? I feel like Justin changed his number on this hoe. Justin tried to do everything in his power to get away from Diddy. Everything in his power. Changing his numbers, all that. Because again, how you contacting, because he clearly knew Diddy was trying to get in contact with him. Clearly knew. It's not a secret. And then Diddy just walking into his studio session in an intimidation tactic. I'm going to just pop up on you. Why do you feel like you can do that? You don't have any ties to him, sir. He's not on your label. Okay? You're not managing him. No. Also, as soon as Justin got the chance, he left the contract with Usher. As soon as he got the chance. Why? Why? Crazy. Crazy. Why did he leave Usher? Why did Usher call him when Usher just did the Super Bowl and Justin said no? I could see Justin saying no to getting up there performing multiple self, but to get up there for a few seconds? I know Justin has had issues with performing and whatnot because of all of the stuff that Usher and Diddy took him through. All of these issues that Justin Bieber has is because of Usher and Diddy. 100%. But everybody want to look at Usher as the innocent party. Usher is far from innocent. Far from innocent. I love Usher's music, but he's a horrible person. He's a horrible person. He's just quiet. He's just quiet. That's why people look at Usher as like innocent or, a victim because, when he was that young, Diddy had him at the camp. Okay, well, I would probably sympathize with him if he didn't do the same thing to other people. If you know what happened to you and what happened with you, then why would you put Justin in that type of situation? Why would you do that? When you already know what's what. You already know what's up. You knew what was going to happen to him. You didn't care. You didn't. Adding insult to injury, Usher said he would never let his own children go around Diddy in that way. Not send them to a flavor camp or anything like that. Then why would you send someone younger than your children there? Why? Why? They didn't go get Justin because they thought Justin was talented. They didn't go get him for that. There was ulterior motives for them going to get him. The all-American, everybody looked like next door neighbor white boy, with good hair and a cute smile. That they used him. So I believe that Justin was trying to stay away. And Diddy would not allow that. He wouldn't allow it. It's like a person leaving a relationship like DV, but the person is still like following them, popping up places, where they are, and trying to coerce them into coming back. Because this is what he was doing. He was only keeping it this cute because there was a camera on Justin. If there was no camera, Diddy would have had everybody clear the room except for him and Justin, and it was Justin's studio session. He coming in here right now, interrupting a studio session, which is thousands upon thousands of dollars, engineers, all of that. Interrupting their session. That's the type of power he had. So if they just let him through the door and didn't ask any questions, because shouldn't it matter if Justin didn't want to see him? When Diddy came to that studio, the people working at that studio should have contacted Justin and let Justin know that he's there. Justin had no idea he was there. He just walked in and looked like he's surprised. That's why he's stuttering, all of that, because he wasn't anticipating him. Why would he be anticipating somebody he's avoiding? Why? Again, if you listen, Justin was clearly avoiding him. 100%.
Everything's good? Selling out arenas and everything? Starting to act different, huh?
No.
You ain't been calling me and hanging out the way we used to hang out.
Well, you try to get in contact with me, my, partner.
You tried to get in contact with me through all of my business partners. So that means everybody named Mammy, this man was contacting. For what? What are you looking for this boy so hard for? And it worked because it scared Justin into going back around him, because Justin did. He absolutely did. This is all before, at this point in time, I believe Justin was 17, 16, turning 17 or 17 at this point. This is before all of the tattoos and, all of that stuff. He was still hanging with it. But now that we know what we know, do you think Justin was hanging with Diddy because he wanted to or out of fear? Knowing what we know, we now know that it was out of fear. Justin wasn't hanging with him because he liked him. Because that's, again, he says, why you ain't been calling me and hanging with me like we used to? You're blowing up. Now all of a sudden you change and da-da-da. So that means anytime he wanted to hang with Diddy, he could hang with him. He didn't want to. Not only did he not want to hang out with him, but the first time they met, when Justin was 15, Justin was so happy to meet him. You could tell it's like he was meeting heroes, And it went from that to now he don't even want to answer none of Diddy calls. He contacted everybody on his team. Why is that not alarming that this grown arse man that is not working with this young man, because at this point in time, Justin wasn't even 18 yet. In the video that I just played, he wasn't even 18. He wasn't grown yet. So why are you contacting him? Like, why are you looking for my client? Like that. If I'm Justin's manager, assistant, anything like that, you call it, excuse me, 40-something-year-old man. What is you looking for my 16-year-old client for? Like, what up? Or is this on some business? And imagine to do all of this just because he want to hang out. Not him walking up to Justin talking, when the next time we gonna work together? I thought we were supposed to be doing this for your album. No, just to hang out. Creepy. What is this grown ass man? You ain't got no grown friends? Like, what you want with this boy? What Diddy was doing was damn because he is a narcissistic control freak. So he has to control all his victims. I haven't seen you or spoke to you, so I don't know what headspace you're in. I got to keep you in fear. I got to keep you speaking of anything that happened. And again, he's young, so new to all of this. So you have to keep that person even closer because it's a higher probability that someone younger would say something before somebody older, and set in their ways. And, already contractually bound and stuck and blackmailed, already. That wasn't necessarily Justin's story because with him being young, people would understand. They will understand anything that transpired, whether he was doing things that are looked at as homosexual, gay, or whatever. All of that would have been overlooked because he's an innocent. But then the older you get and you're allowing these things to happen with you as adulthood, a lot of accountability for something that shouldn't be taking accountability for will happen. So Justin probably sits there for years internalizing a lot of the things that happened and would take them as his own fault, as decisions that he wished he didn't make when he didn't have a choice. You can be regretful of a decision because that means you had a choice. That means you could have, it's two to three different directions you can go, and you chose the direction you went, but it wasn't in the best light of you. Maybe you should have chose a different path. But when you are being the choice is being taken from you, then that means that there is no other path. There isn't one. So there's no accountability to take because you didn't do anything wrong. That's what makes you a victim. Victims are innocent. Usher was a victim, and then he wasn't. He was a victim, then he wasn't. Doing what he did to Justin is just one example. And we don't know how many others that Usher brought to Diddy. We don't know. Justin was the first one that became extremely famous. He's not the only artist. It was part of the power. You can coerce and force people to do things with money, or you can do it with power. You sure can. If your dream is to rap, your dream is to sing, your dream is to act, and this person can make those things come true, at that point in time, the power weighs more than the money. At that point, it's more valuable, lucrative to the person to get this record contract than, because it's like you say to a person, you do this, I'll give you $5,000. Versus, if you do this, I'll sign to a multi-million-dollar contract to my company. Which one you gonna choose? Which one? Now, mind you, a lot of the stuff that these people end up doing, they're missing. He not literally sitting there telling them, you're going to be in freak offs, you're going to do this, you're going to do that, you're going to do that. No. And then when he do have them do those things, he tells them that this is what you got to do to make it. Why would you not believe him? So, because then you start looking around at all your peers and other people that are successful, that are at these same establishments and parties doing these same things. So why wouldn't you think that? Why wouldn't you? If I'm a new artist and they bringing me in this room and handing me drinks and telling me to drink stuff, and then certain stuff start happening in the room, and I look around and I see Usher and Justin Bieber and Rick Ross and Tiana Taylor and this person, and they all participating in the same things, why would I not believe them? Why would I think that, no, you ain't got to do that because ain't none of them doing it? Yes, they is. Yes, they is. They are doing it. So, and you have to worry about the ones that are quiet. 100%. Like Tiana Taylor. I've never really known Tiana Taylor to miss a Diddy party. I've never known her to miss one. Krishan Rock, people like that. I mean, what interest would Diddy have in Krishan Rock? Was she on Revolt? No. Okay. Was she an artist on Bad Boy? Or Combs Enterprise? Was she acting in any of the films that he was putting together? Is she here? Why? No different than with the Tiana Taylors and stuff like that. Ain't none of y'all working with him. He not producing anything. Like, why are you here? Oh, because he invited you. Oh, okay. Do you want to why? Why he invited you? Or yeah. So the same thing he was doing to Justin, pimping Justin out. He was doing the same thing to Usher. Usher was first. You know, he shopped Usher around to a lot of people. He sure would. Him saying Paul, talking about some waking up in a bed with Usher, them fighting over cereal, you know, and all of that. No, it just sounds like you were dating a kid. You were dating a kid. Hmm. Because after they had their way with Usher, L.A. Reid and all of them were done with Usher. They dropped him from the label. Diddy scared Usher would say, or if he would actually keep in line being a child, agreeing with the NDA, Diddy kept Usher and produced his first album. Mm, correct. All vehicle, like the vehicle in Usher's first video, the vehicle he was laying across, and that was Diddy's car. You know, all of that, he kept him. L.A. Reid wanted him to get rid of Usher. Because they like Usher better when he was younger because he gave more so like a Jackson 5, Michael Jackson, Jackson 5, 8, you know, because his voice was a lot lighter. He could hit notes that other, you know, but maturity hit. And Usher's voice changed because all men's voice, women voices too. But men voices change, you know, when they hit puberty. It go from being a little higher pitched to it also changes the singing voice. It doesn't just change the talking voice, the singing voice too. So notes that you could have hit before, you can't hit now because your voice doesn't go that high. So when his voice changed, they were ready to send him back home. Ella Reed was like, yeah, get rid, no everything, vámonos, get rid of him. And Diddy told Usher that. He told him like, you know, LA want me to sing you home, you know, they not feeling you no more, you know, it's changed, you sound a lot older. So that's what Diddy did. He went with that. That's why back then people thought Usher was an adult. You know, they thought Usher was a grown man because of all of the songs that he was singing, the stuff that he was singing about, the stuff that he was talking about. He didn't sound like a teeny teen bopper. You know, it's no different than like Monica. When Monica came out, Monica sounded like a grown woman. Monica did not sound like a teenager singing. The stuff she was singing about, um, like just one of them days, and before you got my life, and you know, all of this like really sexual songs. Her, you know, talking about some, you know, we gonna have sex, you know, wait for me, we gonna do it. But it's like, well, why is she talking about that? She's only like 15. Like she's like 14, 15 years old. Like, why is she singing about that already? You know, like the song With You and all of that. It's like, hello? Like, why is she singing that sexual? Like, oh, you know, but they kept it teeny bopper with Brandy, you know, because Brandy parents didn't play that. You know, Brandy parents was not having it. No, they wanted people to know this is a kid. She is not. This is a little girl. This is a little girl. You know, that's just what that word. She's not a grown woman. Y'all got y'all nerve. You know, the songs like "I Want to Be Down" and all of that, very teen like songs, you know, like very PG-13. It wasn't like grown, you know, like the song she did, like "When You Touch Me," you know, and all of that, like that was later on when she was grown. Not as a teenager though. She wasn't no Moesha talking about some "When You Touch Me," like no. So yeah, her parents did not allow that. But when it came to Monica, they actualized her immediately to where people thought no different than Aaliyah. They did the same thing. Nobody knew for years, like 2, 3 years, how Leah was. Everybody just assumed she was grown. They just assumed it. No one knew she was a kid. Her videos and her music did not give that. It didn't give that. She didn't give kid. You know, she didn't give Chris Ross and no. She did not give that. She gave grown ass woman. Is what she the tea that she gave. That's why when her and R. Kelly is, it didn't dawn on anybody because it's not that people would have knew who old Aaliyah was, then it would have dawned on people a lot faster. It would a lot quicker. It would have dawned on people, but Foxy too, correct, absolutely, Foxy Brown as well. So yeah, they would have had no idea. Um, so yeah, that's you know the gist of it, and it was the same thing with Usher. That's why when he was at those parties, back then, being 12, 13 years old, at those parties, people didn't look at him like that. Back in the 90s, how people dressed, it was a lot easier to look older, then. You know, now it's a lot harder. But back then, it was a lot easier. Big clothes, all of that stuff, a bandana to the back, and some Jordans on, you grown, So, yeah. And people were overlooking that. Usher was at that party having sex with grown women, 40-year-old women, and he 13 years old, you know. They're not thinking twice about it because they just, no, he grown. Clearly, he's an adult. No, he's not. Not at all. Same thing with Justin. He did the same thing. So to me, Usher's no victim. He's been victimized, absolutely, but he's no victim. Usher will testify before Justin Bieber ever would, because I don't feel that Justin really did anything criminal. I think he was the victim with the situation, so it will be a harder chance of him testifying. I mean, you never know, but I highly doubt it. Justin has had many, many, many mental breakdowns. Many, 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 many. And I don't know if a prosecution would be confident in bringing someone so fragile on the stand. I don't know, because it could be really traumatic, like having to bury those things that you've been trying to hide. And we all with Justin, with the stuff that he's going through, it's not coming from somewhere serious. Like, it's coming from a serious place. Something definitely happened to him. He's been trying to fight it ever since. His anxiety with performing on stage, all of that stuff. All of the, get rid of that H person. Get rid of that hoe. Get rid of her. If she's saying anything about people with bipolar that needs to get on the correct dose of medication, don't speak of her over here. No. We do truth tellers, people that have receipts backing what they are saying. That's what we do. We don't do nobody else. We don't have time for it. Girl, please. Y'all be over here talking to me. Go talk to them. Go talk to them. Like, don't talk to me. Like, what don't y'all get about that? I don't ask me no questions about her. Nothing. Go talk to her. If you believe her, she vindicated, she this, she that, please go tell her. But what does that do over here? Because we don't give a fuck. Like, at all. Like, y'all keep talking about a failed background singer. Y'all keep talking about a future cremation because no one will be at their funeral because they've ostracized everyone, and their own son is running around trying to debunk false diagnosis that the psycho has put on them. She can't even tell the truth about her own child. Do you think I want to hear about? Girl, please. Go take demented mind frame over there. Okay? Go to the special ed classroom. Don't come out the special ed classroom, coming over here in the mainstream where we at, the people that switch classes all day, telling us what they talking about in special ed. We don't care. We don't care. And then in special ed, they counted to 50 today. And that they read the first 3 pages of Green Eggs and Ham. Where? Like, we're not supposed to know what's going on in the special education classrooms because being there. But y'all want to walk up to us and tell us about how weird. Girl, bye. But okay. See something, say something. Do you see me? No. I don't see you. Yeah, well, girl, we just don't care. We care about none of that. None of that. A psycho would never make me like, girl, please. You take your son dead ashes out of, and no, no, we'll pass. Mm-mm. You can't ever tell me nothing in life. We don't have nothing to talk about. Yeah, I don't want to hear nothing. I do not care. Sean, what would be your top 3 questions you'd ask Diddy if you could or wanted to interview him? Um, my first question would be, that's a really good question. My first question I would probably be about his father. I'll definitely have questions of father. Like wanting to know, like, do he think he would be a different person if his father was alive? If his father was alive, do he feel like maybe a lot of that, a lot of the things done, maybe his life would be different. My second question would be, how does he feel about his mom being a prostitute? Um, my third question would probably be, why Kim Porter? Why? Why did you choose her? Like, what stood out about her that made you feel like I want to control her? What? Why couldn't you just like leave her be? Like, so I would definitely have a question about Kim Porter. Why her? Because she just seemed such a sweet soul. And had like the majority of her life like ripped away from her. Poor thing, just like lived in a prison and sometimes got to see outside. There were good moments, outside looking, in, but when that window closed, Lord, it closed. When it was darkness, Lord, was there darkness. Um, yeah, it's just like, why her? What made you want to stunt her career? What made, why? Like, weird. But yeah, because his father was a pimp slash drug dealer, and his mom was the bottom bitch. That's where this all derives from. This personality that he has, and then yes, Diddy's mom, Jen Combs, yes, was a prostitute, 100%. Yes, a prostitute that liked nice things. She really did. So why wouldn't he, you know, swindle her way to be Diddy's father, be his like main chick? Because then she reaps the most of the benefits, although he was beating her and all of that. Diddy saw that at a young age. His father died while he was young. But his father would, his mom, all of that in front of him. Where you got it from? So all of that behavior, when y'all think of like what people always try to compare Diddy to the mafia, because that's the type of like mind frame he's always tried to set. His dad was very well connected. He was a kingpin, and then well, he always had on the best of best, the best of the best, the nicest suits, that is just everything. He's always been that. And then he passed away. So, and then there's so many people like that knew his father, and they would tell him like stories, about his dad, and like yes, Diddy has a sister, about his father, and so he always tried to aspire to be like his dad, you know, always tried to outdo him, not beat him, but outdo him. So that's why my question would definitely, because I'm a firm believer in figuring out like where it started. 'Cause it does help you, I guess, understand the person a little better. Not understand what they did, understand them, right? So I would definitely have questions about his mother and father, and then Kim Porter. I really don't care about anything else in Diddy's life. All of his accomplishments are null and void because he didn't earn anything. He robbed, sold, all of that stuff to get to where, which is the American way. Because, I mean, hey. So, I mean, it's definitely the American way because they did the same thing. It's definitely the American European way. Stealing stuff from people, stealing land, and, all the, you bumping into people on the land, but saying that you claiming it, you discovering some people at, I don't know, but okay. Alrighty, girl. So yeah, so I would definitely I have questions like that to add insight that we don't have, because I really don't care about anything else. Like I really don't. Those are main things in his life. He's never dated anyone longer than Kim. Kim was his longest relationship. Um, his mother is one of the closest things to him, although he's physically harmed her. Like he's literally slapped his own mother. So she can't be that important. And it definitely shows how he felt about his father. You know, his father did all of those things and he did them too. He adopted all of those bad habits. So, and the crazy part about it is that he wasn't even around his father long enough. This is how you know he has no of an identity. Because he wasn't even around his father. His father wasn't even alive long enough for him to truly have taken after his father. The majority of it that he heard about his father was from hearsay, people telling him how his dad used to run New York, not something that he watched or experienced himself. It was short lived and he was very young. So a lot of that stuff he doesn't remember. But trauma, you know, his father was murdered. Yes, his father was, yeah, murdered. Yeah. So yeah, he didn't even, but I think the trauma is what's stuck in his mind the most. So it don't matter if you're 3 years old, 4 years old, 5 years old. You see somebody walk up to your mom and knock her off her feet. You see a man walk up to your mom and slap her across the room. You're not going to forget that. You're not going to forget it. You can remember the smell in the room, almost the day it happened. If it was dark outside, light outside, like you, when you're traumatized, you don't forget trauma. That's why it's why people go to like drugs and drinking and all of that stuff to suppress it because you can't do it on your own. Like it's too powerful to fight, and trauma is also too powerful to forget. So you may try to black out things because you don't want to remember them or you don't like how it makes you feel when you remember them, but you you gonna remember, or at least part of it. That's why you can't convince me that Quincy and the twins and Christian don't know what was happening to Kim. They know. They all know. None of them were left in the dark. They know what happened to their mother. They know. 100%. Correct. Um, it's just traumatic. And it's not easy to talk about trauma. It's really not. And it's not, it makes it 10 times harder when it's someone you're afraid of. All of them are afraid. Quincy is afraid of Diddy. Justin is afraid of Diddy. Christian is afraid of Diddy. Delilah, all of them, they are afraid of him. They're petrified. Petrified. That's, and you can tell that they're afraid of him because I feel like that's why they don't get in much trouble. You know, that's why they stay out of trouble, out of fear. If your parents instill fear in you, when you're out as a kid or you know doing something, if your friends in the store stealing, you're like, not how my parents set up. No, no. It's like you scared to do it just because your parents have already instilled, you know, a certain fear in you to not do bad things because out of fear, you don't want the repercussions that's going to come from them, you know? So it's a healthy fear. Being afraid and petrified are two different things. Are two different things. When did you turn gay? You don't remember? Remember that day when you came in the room and I was in front of your dad like this? You remember that? You don't remember that? It was the day you had that spelling test at school. You remember that? Remember I was in the living room swallowing your sister and brother? Yeah, you remember that? Where I was in the living room while your dad was putting your siblings on my chest? Yeah, 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 yeah. You remember that? No? You don't remember I put it right there? Oh, yeah? That was me. You remember that? No? Trauma? Okay. It was that day. It was the same day your father walked out of your life. I can't believe you don't remember that. Remember left with me? And you're mad. So, but yeah, you guys don't, you remember that? Okay. Alrighty. Yeah. Yeah, it was the day your mama had her heart out. Eat your heart out, Barbie. You remember that day, girl? Okay. Don't make me refresh your memory. Don't make me pressure memory. Um, correct. Um, girl, I don't mind trolls at all. Girl, hey ho, go tell a friend. Hmm. Go tell a friend. I was in Sean chat and he said he's my father's did. Go get your friends. And I'm gonna go, hi, Andrea, hi, sweetie. But yeah, it's 2:30. I have to go. I have to go get my baby out of school. But we will be back live later today on coffee. Okay. We have a lot to talk coffee. So we are going live for sure. Okay. We're going live all week on coffee. So make sure you're there. It's gonna be a good time. Check the community feed for when we go live. We will be back live, of course, tomorrow morning. Okay, so I'll see you guys tomorrow morning. Over here on YouTube, we will be back. But until then, we will be on coffee tonight. Okay, we will be on coffee tonight. How are you gonna be moderators? If y'all could drop the coffee link, and one of you have it, if you could drop the coffee link, you can come right on over and hang out with us. So we'll be over there roasting and gagging the girls. We absolutely will be. But until the next live, I love you guys. Thank you so much for all the likes. 1,400 likes. We did that. Okay. I hope y'all had a good time. We just for banter. Just have a good time. Cute little morning show for you guys. I hope you guys enjoy you through your work day. Get you at least a break, at work. I love you guys. So I'll see y'all later until the next show. Bye.